hello. How you guys doing? I know it's been a minute since I came on, but I couldn't let another day pass without saying something about this case. I couldn't sit back and just allow Blue to go on this internet and just continue to lie. You guys know Saturday was the day Mahogany Jackson was laid to rest. And how you guys doing? Hey, Lisa Wilson. Hey, Jasmine. How are you? Hey, baby girl. Hey, Maxwell. So you guys know I told you guys I had a big dentist appointment. So my mouth is still healing. So you're gonna have to work with me. Be a little bit patient with me. Okay. I can't be as aggressive as I would like to be. But the phone lines are going to be open. I would love to have dialogue with all of you guys about this. Um, Now, I did sit back and I listened to a lot of things that was going on. Shout out to Ratchet, Mr. Ratchet. He conducted some interviews with Blue. And if you guys don't know who Blue is, I feel that Blue is the author. She is the corporate behind it all. Blue was Mahogany's lover. Mahogany Jackson girlfriend was Blue. Okay? Blue, they spent Valentine's Day together, February the 14th. That is a special day that you spend with your loved one. And Mahogany spent her day with Blue. It was short termed, and it was during a time where everybody was setting up everybody in their crew. They do have a group. They call themselves My Lord, and I mean that's just a disrespect for everything that we stand for. But Blue, man, I tell you, the lies just don't stop with her. Thank you, Callie. You guys hoping I feel better. Me too. So if you guys can please get the likes up. We appreciate you guys tonight. Okay, thank you. I appreciate I'm reading that you guys in black. So if you guys did not know, Mahogany Jackson, this is this girl right here. 20-year old, she's a mother of a 3-year old. She was killed recently, set up by her friends. It was rumored to be 5 men and 5 girls that set her up and beat her for over 24 hours. Over 24 hours. I know a lot of us, we were confused about the timeline. It happened Saturday night all the way into Sunday night. Blue pops up again and she said that she was told Saturday night that Mahogany was missing. Blue was notified that Mahogany was missing before Mahogany's own family was notified. How does that happen? 8 hours later, that's when Mahogany's mom was notified that she got kidnapped, but Blue knew this all the time. She even confessed it. This is Blue. If you guys don't know who Blue is, like I said, that is Mahogany's girlfriend. She denies being Mahogany's girlfriend. She says that, hey, me and Mahogany, um, we were mentally in a situation. She likes to bullshit around about what's really going on with her and Mahogany. She's not an honest person. Um, but when you think about it, none of them are honest. When you think about this group called My Lord, they are on demon time 24/7 hours of the week. All they do is lie, all they do is deceive, all they do is set up individuals, okay? So it's not uncommon for Blue to lie. This is what she do for a living, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. These are a group of individuals that stay on demon time and they love it. I mean, if you saw the videos of which they did to Mahogany, that will give you an idea the type of individuals you're dealing with. They handcuffed her, they SA'd her, they beat her for over 24 hours. They sent the videos around and asked people, would you like to partake in this? Would you want some head too? While Mahogany is just screaming for her damn life. Then they shot her in the back of the head. These are the individuals that you're dealing with. I don't associate with mother suckers like this. I don't associate with people that think this is cool, that think this is bragging rights, that these people feel validated when they do harmful shit like this to other individuals, including their own people. Okay? So put that in mind, the type of people that we're talking about, especially when Blue, when she talks, she is a criminal. She even confessed she have done shootouts. And when it said, Blue, what are you shooting out for? Well, Tasia, we know who Tasia is. Tasia is Blue. Allegedly, they were best friends. And we'll bring this up right here. You see Tasia and Blue. This whole thing is centered around Tasia and Blue. Tasia and Blue. Tasia and Blue. They are best friends. And they had a falling out. And allegedly, they were both trying to kill each other. Allegedly, Blue, I don't know if she's. And the reason why you may say, well, why does the story keep changing? It's because Blue keeps lying. One day, Blue will say this. Tuesday, Blue will say the sky is yellow. Wednesday, Blue will say the sky is green. So things keep changing because the characters at play keeps changing their stories. So you have to really dissect it and you really have to use your spiritual discernment to discern the truth and separate the truth from the lie when Blue talks. You can't take everything she gives to you as truth. She's not an honest person. You understand? Okay, so they have been best friends. Blue even confessed that she loved Tasia so much that she spent over $1,500 on Teja for her birthday. And she bragged about it. She was like, she never spent that much money on a girl before, and it was Teja, you know? And Blue claims she's never messed around with Teja. I disagree. I think Blue and these girls, they're on demon time. I think they're very hypersexual to the 10th power. I think they're over sexualized. When you look what they did to Mahogany, they use SAing a part of their tactic to get back at her. And they did it in a sodomy. That is the one of the worst things you could ever do to someone. This is the mindset of these individuals. So you're telling me they attracted to each other and they can have respect for each other, not to objectify each other, and they can have boundaries. They don't have any boundaries. They don't have any respect for each other. Hell, no. They into all types of group freaky shit. That's how they get down. That's how they get down. So I don't buy that for 1 second. Blue was not messing around with such and such. She was fucking around with all of them. If she can get a lick, she gonna get some lickings. Okay. So, I tell you, I tell you, what are you guys saying? I'm looking in the comment section because I want to take a pause. Ariana reported what she had overhead to the group. That's why Mahogany was murdered. The group never wanted Blue to find out. What, Doris? I'm not sure about that. I want you to call in, Doris, and tell me what you know about that. Now, I know Ariana. Now, let me pull up Ariana since you brung her ass up. Ariana. Okay, this is Ariana. She is a mother as well. And Blue just went on live and said that Tasia and Ariana was in a damn relationship. I said, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah. Now, the last time I heard was Ariana and Teja were cousins. Press 1 if you heard the rumor that Ariana and Teja were cousins. And that Giovanni, they were cousins. So is it incest at play? Considering they make a mockery of Christians with naming their trifling group My Lord, I'm not surprised if they're doing some incest lesbian play. I won't pull it past them. After I seen the videos, I don't put it past them. Blue says that Ariana and Teja are messing around. They go together. Ain't that some shit? I told y'all, they all fucking around. Veto seemed to be right. They all in a circle messing around, but this is what they do. They like women and they like men too, and they go around setting men up, seducing them to get in the bed, and then they have the other homies, and they use the other homies as muscle to rob men. Okay, I'm assuming they're too small to rob men, so they need muscle. Okay, they need dumb muscle. Who is the dumb muscle? That is these ignorant ass niggas. Okay, these men right here, these are dumb muscles. When these girls are the brains behind it all, these girls, they are the controllers, they are the manipulators, and they needed dumb muscle to carry out their plans when it comes to robbing and scheming other men. You see, so they are all involved. And when it comes to killing Mahogany, these girls use their dumb muscles, which are these men, to carry out their plan. And that's just what it is. A lot of people, what do men? Why are the men involved? Because they're dumb. They're dumb. They have no purpose in life. And what a man fucking with the lesbians? Shit, maybe so. These girls didn't care who they slept with. They would be with anybody for some change. Shit, they all got kids. They all take D. You know, they all are mothers. And ain't that the strange part about it? These are the new generations of mothers. And when you look around and you hear in the music, you hear these young girl rappers like Glorilla talking about she's a hitter. You hear Cardi B talking about she's gang affiliated. And you look at this shit, and it is definitely a reflection. Our young girls want to grow up to be illegal street assassins. They want to be hitters. They don't want to be princesses. They don't want to live a soft life. They want to be in the streets hitting licks. What is a damn lick? It's a setup when you deceive and you set niggas up, okay? And you risk your life for that shit. They want to do street crimes, okay? That's what we dealing with. I'm not trying to crack y'all up. I'm really not. It's just I got this shit in my mouth and I'm all numbed up. Man, I tell y'all. Please like this video. I would love for y'all to call in and let us know y'all thoughts about this. Please. So let me go over here to my notes. Now, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but also Blue, I heard Blue says, this how Blue feel. This is Blue. Blue feels she's innocent because the police have yet to lock her up. Blue feels if y'all can't prove that she did anything wrong, then y'all need to shut the hell up. But that's not how things work out, Blue. We know it's a whole bunch of evil devil criminals out here that have yet to get picked up. And just because you didn't get caught and you're going to get away with it does not mean that you were not the center of all of this. It does not mean that you could have intervened and saved her life, but you have this I don't give a F mentality, and you were mad at Mahogany for going back over there and fucking with Tasia. Blue was so upset at Mahogany going back over there fucking with Teja. Blue said, I warned that bitch. I warned her. I said, don't you go back over there. You see they trying to kill me. Don't go over there. But Mahogany, she was cool with Tasia. I know a lot of people say, well, how the fuck she get over there? Was she lured over there? Blue says that she saw, or somebody told her that Tasia and Mahogany were at the corner store earlier that day. Earlier Saturday day in the daytime, they was hanging out together. That's what Blue said. So Blue have eyes and ears everywhere. Ain't that some shit? That's what Blue says. Blue says that Mahogany, at the end of the day, she's a grown MFing woman, y'all. And she wanted to let you guys know Mahogany is not innocent. She said Mahogany made her damn choices. And she said Mahogany is not innocent. And she yelled that at the top of her lungs. How the fuck you can say that when she dead? If this was your girlfriend or somebody you cared about, shouldn't your ass be crying? Shouldn't you be, oh my God, I can't believe that's fucked up. Shouldn't you want to get retaliation for your boo? But no, because they was all your fucking boos. And you don't love nobody but your damn self. And she was upset that Mahogany betrayed her. She felt betrayed by Mahogany. You going over there hanging out with Teja, the bitches that's trying to set me up. So when you think that people are out to try to kill you, which are your best friends, you don't know who to trust. And that causes somebody to be paranoid. With all them drugs they be taking, they get extra paranoid. And I'm sure Blue probably felt like, well, damn, is Mahogany in on it too? Is Mahogany Was she over here rubbing on me for Valentine's Day, trying to set my ass up? Is she trying to get more information out of me and running back over to Tasia? Because why in the fuck you going over to Tasia and you know this bitch trying to kill me? What the fuck you doing? We were just over here lovey-dovey for Valentine's Day, ho. Yeah, you trying to set my ass up too. You trying to get it too. Okay, I see how this go. So I'm gonna play reverse Uno. I'm gonna holler at Ariana, Teja girlfriend slash cousin, and I'm gonna get her on the phone. And I'm gonna talk to Mahogany on a three-way, and I ain't gonna let Mahogany know that Ariana is listening to this shit. And that's what she did. She called Mahogany while Ariana was on a three-way, on a silent motherfucking three-way, and Mahogany didn't even know the hoe was listening. She did not know she was set up by Blue. And they had discussions about Tasia and all that killing and setting up going on. And honey, that night, that's when Ariana confronted her ass about it. And she said, listen, bitch, I'm not Blue. Okay? Okay? What's really going on? What is really going on? Blue says Mahogany was playing both sides. So if you have one girl that's playing both sides, and this is what they do, they trick and licking people. Did the best friends somehow work together to kill off Mahogany? Did Mahogany know too much information? I don't know. It is still some shit that need to be cleared the fuck out. But also, Blue says Mahogany is not innocent. She kept saying that. She wanted y'all to know that she's not innocent. And for me, that lets me know that Blue really not fucking with Mahogany. She does have some hatred towards Mahogany. She do feel betrayed by Mahogany. And that's why she kind of set her ass up and stirred the pot. She felt betrayed by Mahogany. And she want to let y'all know she tired of the internet. Y'all keep on talking about Mahogany like she's this nice little angel, and she not. She said Mahogany best friend is a damn pedo. Yeah. She said Mahogany best friend is a pedo. Mahogany best friend is a woman. And she got caught with a 12-year-old little girl. And she essayed that 12-year-old little girl at a hotel. That's what she said. And she paint that picture to try to make it seem like Mahogany, she was on that type of time too. They was on a time where they get young, impressionable, 18 to 12-year-old boys and girls, and they are turning them out. They are turning them out and trying to prostitute them like in a trafficking to set up so they can get more licks. So they will either get the young boys to get with the young girls, and then they have like a little hotel party. Then they introduce themselves to the young girls, be impressionable about them, talk about let's make this money. All you gotta do is this and that. And then they use these little girls as bait for these niggas. And you know, one thing leads to another, and they make them motherfucking money and shit. You know, they was doing all types of horrible shit out here in these streets, according to Blue. Now, Blue says she's only gonna confess to messing with one girl. She says she ate Sanaya out. And this is Sanaya, okay? This is Sanaya right here. The one that you see in the middle of this picture I'm blowing up, this Sanaya. Blue said the only pie I was eating on was Sanaya pie. Bullshit. Bullshit. Blue was eating on everybody pie she can get on. Okay? That bitch is cookie for a cookie monster. Okay? I don't believe Sanaya was the only girl she was eating out. I think she was eating everybody she could. If they open it, and you know they be on them drugs, y'all. They be on them drugs real bad. They party. They are freaky. They're out of sight. These are wild demon childs. So you mean to tell me Blue, she ain't messing around with none of them? That's the picture she wants y'all to believe. I believe she was fucking around with all of them. Anybody she can get in. I do believe a lot of girls' feelings were involved. There was a lot of jealousy. It was a lot of passion. It was a lot of shit going on. Okay? It was a lot of betrayal between these girls. I already told y'all, Ariana and Teja, they said that's incest. One minute they telling me they cousins, the next minute they telling me they lovers. Y'all know who that is, right? This is Ariana. This Ariana right there. And this is Tasia. Okay? This Teja. Blue said these two are lovers. I don't know if they open lovers or secret lovers, but they lovers. Allegedly, when I first heard about it, they said they were cousins, and so those two and Giovanni are cousins. So, what type of cousin is this? Do the gay girls do what the gay boys do? You know how the gay boys they say they brothers because they look like brothers, but girl, they really lovers. You know that's the thing, right? These gay boys, they'll go around because they look straight. No, that's my cuz. That's my homie. Girl, they really lovers. So I don't know if that was the case with these girls. They was going around telling people they're cousins and they really secret lovers. But Blue said they are lovers, okay? And people felt like that didn't make sense. Why was Blue on a phone call with Taja's lover talking about Taja? Well, Blue said at the time she was talking to Ariana, um, she was under the assumption that Ariana and Taja then broke up. They didn't fell out at this time. Well, Blue, just because they broke up don't mean they ain't gonna talk. I think that's bullshit. Blue, you knew Ariana was going to bring that bone and take it back to Tasia, and that's what you was hoping on. Blue talking about, well, I didn't think she'd say nothing to Tasia because they were not friends. They was on the outs. They broken up. Bitch, please. You know what the fuck was going on. You knew she was going to tell that to Tasia, hoe. Blue, she likes to play all day. So I do got some phone calls I do want to answer. Oh, I got to tell y'all this. You may say, well, how did Blue find out that Mahogany was missing? Blue says Taja's ex boyfriend was the one that told her. Blue says Taja ex boyfriend, I told you they fucking with niggas and bitches, is the one that told her that Mahogany is missing. Saturday night. And she didn't do nothing about it. Now, Tasia, ex boyfriend, how did he know? Was he part of the My Lords group? Was this the time where they had those freaky videos and they was sending them out in their group asking people who want to partake, who want to get some head? And that's when he said something. Why did he reach out to Blue out of all people? Why didn't he reach out to, I don't know, but they are all criminals and this is what they do. Okay. So I'm going to take a break and I'm going to answer some phone calls because Lord knows my mouth, how my mouth is set up. Ooh, my mouth need a break. Calling from 256, you're live on the air.
Hello. How you doing, GJ?
I ain't doing too good. My mouth fucked up, but I'm glad you called.
Well, I live in Alabama, and the way I feel about everything, I feel like if Blue was involved or was a part of it in any kind of way, she needs to be locked up as well. And no one can tell me that they wasn't, all in cahoots. Everybody had to know what was going to happen to that child that night. They
Amen.
had to know
I agree with you.
because Birmingham is something serious. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he was dead wrong. Nobody don't need to be trying to blame Mahogany because at the end of the day, she did not deserve what she got.
Hmm. Well, let Blue tell it. Blue want to paint it that Mahogany is not innocent and that she is just as devious to anybody else. And I said, Blue, how the fuck could you say that? She's dead. She was a victim of your ex best friend. She was a victim of your friends that you associate with. You have a good relationship with Ariana. You was just on the phone with her that goddamn night. How could you say that shit, Blue? How could you? She's a damn victim of the people that you associate with. And this was your boo.
It's sick. This sickening. This right here, this the lowest of the low. Excuse me. And everybody else is facing the death penalty. And if she was on the phone with Mahogany and this Ariana girl, she needs to be on death row as well. Because Alabama believes in the death penalty, and all of them is looking at it
Well,
for
I
felony
don't
murder.
I don't
They
know how they can pin it on Blue. They do hear that Blue is an informant. I heard that rumor. I don't know how true it is. Meaning that she has some type of protection. That's why she did that fake ass stage ass video performance about she's turning herself in, and it just seems so fake. It seems, who does that when they turn themselves in? Huh? I've
that's
never seen such a thing. And people just eat it up and don't question it.
that's it. But what Blue better know is the state of Alabama will use you, and she'll probably end up deceased on the street somewhere before either one of them ever see the lethal injection, the electric chair, whatever.
Hmm.
Because that's
Oh,
normally how it is. If you're a informant, you're gonna come up missing.
all right. Well, anything else you wanted to say?
No, ma'am. You have a blessed night.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. All right, please call in. Special Dicey, if you out here, Jay, if you out here, CC, where you at? Cause I sure need a help a co-host. Um, let's go on to our next caller. And people want to know what's wrong with my mouth. I went to the dentist, okay, and my jaws is still hello from a dentist. So dentist. Now let's continue on. And I was never mind. Calling from 731. You're live on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, hey, Gigi. I want to say I believe that Blue is the ringleader
You know
because,
she is.
yeah, she's the ringleader. She was the one that set Mahogany up, and that's obvious by just what she said about being on the phone with Ariana. Um, if y'all, because she was on another podcast saying that she stopped talking to Tasia and Ariana and them in January, and that she hadn't talked to them since January. So why all of a sudden now would you be on the phone with them if you weren't trying to set her up? And I feel like um, she wanted to be in a relationship with Mahogany, and Mahogany didn't want that because she did say that she was in a mental relationship, but they weren't in a sexual relationship.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry to tell you, but how they get down, they stay on demon time. When you saw Mahogany, she was a sex icon. She always sticking that damn tongue out. She always grabbing on herself in them damn pictures. And you mean tell me thirsty ass Blue wasn't on that? She was trying to get her lick on? Honey, she was licking on that
She was.
shit. She was licking on that shit.
She, I'm sure she was. I mean, she wasn't the only one that she was dealing with, but I feel like Mahogany wasn't as into her as she was Mahogany. And when it came time for everything to be done, and if Mahogany did tell her that they wanted to kill her, then why all of a sudden would you turn on her if you weren't the ringleader of everything?
Mm. I don't
It's
know.
just how I
I
see
don't
it.
know if who is into who. All I do know is that Mahogany trusted Blue. That's what I do know.
She did.
Mahogany
Yeah.
trusted Blue. She trusted Blue. Knowing that they did want her to be killed, she still trusted Blue. She still
Yeah.
wanted to warn Blue. So it was still some love there for Blue. She would spend her Valentine's
Mhm.
Day with Blue. So she trusted
Mhm.
Blue. She had a lot of energy for
Mhm.
Blue. She was trying to save
Mhm.
Blue. Okay? And Blue is selfish. She don't give a
Mhm.
fuck about nobody but herself.
Mhm.
She just like these
Mhm.
niggas. Just like these niggas.
Mhm. Yeah, but I feel like she was a ringleader of it all. I mean, eventually you'll get what's coming to you because she didn't deserve what happened to her. Um, and you aren't out of the light in the situation,
Well, she thinks
because
she's out the light, and she told us this. She Blue. This is what Blue says. She says y'all don't got shit on me. Y'all can't prove nothing, and that lets me know, Blue, you are very calculated. You knew exactly
mm,
what to do, how to say it, who to say it to get the wheels to turning and to get yourself out of the situation. You hated all of
mhm,
them. You felt Mahogany betrayed you, and you hated Taja for trying to set you up to get killed out here, and that was your ex best friend. You got love and a passion for all these girls, and you get on set on this
mhm.
interview like you so nonchalant and shit. Let's see the
And
real you.
innocent.
Huh?
And innocent. She acts as if she's just so innocent and she
Yeah.
didn't have
Like she
anything
just
to do
don't
with it. But
know.
how
And
do you know about everything that has happened if you hadn't talked to any of them except for Tasia's ex when everything happened? Like
why in
it
the
just
hell is
ain't
she
adding
talking to
up.
Taja's ex boyfriend?
Eh,
And how did
right.
Taja ex boyfriend find out? They all in a heap. All these ex boyfriends,
Yeah.
ex girlfriends, they are all in. They too close together. It's like a cluster.
I don't
They
even.
do cluster
I don't
shit.
even. I don't even feel like it was Taja's ex that even talked to her. I feel like it was one of them. It might have been Ariana. She probably
Now
just
Veto
felt it.
did say
But
that. Veto
however,
said you's a damn lie. You a damn lie, Blue. Cause Tasia, it ain't no ex boyfriend. You making shit up. And that's the thing with Blue. She's such a manipulator and a goddamn con artist. You don't know. Just like they be setting up these niggas. They say this and that, but it ain't none of that shit true.
mhm, mhm, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I just feel like she's a ringleader. She ain't innocent at all, and she try to play like she innocent, but that's some bull.
You right about that. Well, I thank you for calling in. All right, we're gonna let you go. I need y'all to call in because y'all know I need help up here. Calling from 702. You're live on the air.
How you doing, messy sweet pot? I just have something to say about these kids. Um, what they did to that girl was demonic, and she up in there talking about, she they ain't got nothing on it and everything like that. God seen what they did to her. And they want to call themselves little gang bangers. I guess they call themselves the lords and all that. And I guess it's supposed to be she said something or she snitched them out or whatever. People think they got friends. You ain't got no damn friends. And I'm not saying go out there and do crime where can't nobody see it at and it's just you one-on-one, but that'll be your best bet if you don't want none of your friends to sit up there and rat you out, if that's what they claiming that this girl did to her. Now, all these people talking about that these kids was her friends, them not no friends. Them is demonic-ass children. And they not the only ones that's out here that's creating havoc.
Can we stop calling them children? Because that makes us seem innocent. They all grown.
Oh, they all grown. They not kids. They look like kids. They look like what they 18, 17, 16. What's their ages?
I don't know what you call kids, but honey, I'm scared. If that's what kids look like, I don't want to be around them. I'm looking at them and I don't see kids. What I see is criminal thugs. I can't trust. They're going to rob me, and they might pow me.
Right.
That's what I see when I look at all of them. I don't see kids. When I think of kids, I think of innocence. You know, they're young. You know, they need upbringing. You know, they're children. These motherfuckers, they already picked a side. They picked a side. And they did it when they said, my Lord. When they created the goddamn gang, my Lord. It is a disrespect for everything we stand for. Why would you call yourself that? And then doing this demonic ass shit that y'all doing?
We got too much stuff going on within, I feel like, the black communities, and I get so mad. I get so irritated every time I see one more of us or one more of a demonic individual that look like us commit a crime against their own kind. That's what this is boiling down to. It's too much stuff going on. They got all these people coming in from other countries that they shipping down here on us. They call it an invasion, but they not really trying to say it. But you worried about gang banging. The gang banging is dead. What are you going? Why are you not using that energy to put into getting a college education? Why are you not using that energy to put into helping rebuild your community? Why?
You got to be very technical when you're talking to Blue, because Blue going to say we're not gang banging. What they did was to get licks. They somewhat like a prostitution, where they seduce
so you hitting licks. So you hitting licks. Do you know I've been homeless? I'm going to tell you something. I've been homeless I could count 33 times that I've been homeless. And not one time. Now, I did some stupid shit one time and got my ass kicked out. But at a one time, I didn't sell no ass.
Well,
I didn't commit no crimes.
Okay,
I didn't rob nobody. I didn't take nothing from nobody, and I just didn't do nothing to get something. Okay, I did the right thing. I used to see people when they was young. I had a home girl that I grew up with, and she was into that lifestyle, you know, selling drugs and selling booty or whatever you want to call it. And I looked at that. I'm like, dang, she making more money than me, because I was working in medical, so I wasn't making that much money. And I looked at her, but I remember hearing God tell me that don't look at her. Now, look at her, because in a couple of years, you're going to see the condition of her life. And it's not going to be the same, because she didn't invest the right way in herself, like what you doing right now. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's a different way. All this, they say they not in gangs. It's stupidity at the end of the day.
Well, this is what they want to do. They don't have to do it, but this is what they love to do it. They enjoy this type of shit. They love it.
Okay, well, enjoy your time in jail. Enjoy your time behind bars. I don't feel sorry for them. I have no remorse for them, and I hope they get the max treatment. And I don't know why nobody didn't report it. Maybe they were scared to say something, but I hope they get the max treatment. I hope they get what they deserve up in there, because that girl did not deserve that, because she said something. If you don't want nobody to say nothing, don't let nobody find out what you're doing. How about that?
All right. Well, thank you so much. All right, we're going to let you go. Now, what y'all say? Cynthia said, Messy, this lady that tried to come for you, is she? Girl, let me know. Y'all have me up here talking to her, playing in my face. Cynthia, you should have told me this shit a long time ago. Okay, calling from 248. You're live on the air.
It's not right.
248. Okay,
Hello?
248. Yes.
This is not right.
Okay, so all she said was it's not right. Okay. Whew. All right. Where's Dicey when I need her? Jesus. Um so it is so much that's going here. Blue, uh, 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 uh. So that is how Blue feels. Blue, she is saying that she's going to get away from this. And you guys don't have any proof on her. You have nothing that's going to get her charged. And that's just what it is. And this is Blue, if everybody can see. Now, what are you guys' thoughts about all this? What are your thoughts? Please like, share. It's our people against Veto. We're showing the videos of you paid. That's not an activist. Um, mm, 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 mm. Stop being divided. I'm just looking in the comment section really quickly. That girl sent out her address. She was really concerned about her life. She should have never did it. Once, okay, Blue gives us the blues. Queen, speak up. Uh, yeah, y'all need to speak up. Call in too, okay? Because I don't know how long I can keep talking with my mouth like this. I'm trying. But just to go back over some stuff that I already repeated before, Blue spent Valentine's Day with Mo. Mo is, let me put this down here, the girl that died, Mahogany Jackson. She died. And she spent Valentine's Day with her. Now, why? Why did Mahogany and Blue spend Valentine's Day together? Blue says she met Mahogany when Mahogany was 17 years old, just dropping that baby. Because remember, her baby is 3 years old. So Mahogany had to be 17 when she just had the baby. And that's when Blue came involved. And Blue says they were on and off for years. And recently, they all clicked back together. Isn't that strange? Blue, but she says she's been out the picture for years, but recently, within these past couple of months, Blue just connecting with Mahogany. She connecting back with Tasia. She came back for revenge. Blue, everything was cool when your ass was out the picture, but all of a sudden Blue comes back, and now we got deaths, bodies on top of bodies. Hmm. All right, so I definitely feel like that is so strange. Now 248, we're not about to play the game. Now you called in and you hung up twice. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. 248, you're live on the air. 248, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Gigi, that was not me. I don't know who that was, but that was
Oh,
not
okay.
me.
'Cause I was like, what the hell?
This frozen babe, but that
Okay,
was
talk
somebody
to
else.
me.
I would never hang up on you. I've been like watching the story and like everything that you have briefly told us compared to what the news and everything has been giving feedback to us. I feel like in my defense, it all started where I feel like if I'm not trying to like victim blame her or anything like that, rest her soul in peace. But I feel like once they gotten what they wanted to get from her, because their plan was never to off her. That's from what I had seen and from what I had heard in the videos from her friends and everything. I think that once they took her phone because they were supposed to just beat her up and like they were supposed to just take her money off her cash app once they got her passcode to her cash app. And I think like once they went on her phone to see whatever they wanted to see, that's when they see her send her location, and that's when they decided to off her. You know, it just left. It's very unfortunate it happened like that, but I feel like they was gonna let her go. You know, whether or not they left her in the alley on the bed or whatever had happened, I just feel like I just wish that she was really thinking in survival mode. You know, I know that she really wanted to get escape. You know, but I feel like I'm not trying to say like what if or what could have happened, but it just all pointing back to like her sending her location out, because they had pistol with her for her passcode into her phone to get her money out her cash app. And after that, I think that's when they was gonna let her go. But once they went to her phone and went to her message and seen that she sent her address to her mom or whoever, that's like when they decided to do what they wanted to do. It's just sad that it happened how it happened. And then from what I just seen a few minutes ago, I'm not sure if you caught piece to it, but they just said they had just gotten a person. So I don't know if the A person is talking, but they got the A person. I think it's like 2 more people also that's missing, but they got 8 people now. I think that Veto has said like it was like 10 people that was involved in the crime that had happened. So it's just crazy how things went left and how it all came about. You know, she didn't deserve it, but I feel like, you know, my defense, I guess the gal, I forgot the girl that was arguing with her in the video that she had posted. I think that somebody went back and told her that, what's the girl's name? Mahogany. I think she went back, was on the phone talking to somebody about, I guess, fighting or setting her up.
On.
And I think.
Thank you, Keisha. I appreciate it. I'm going to ask the people what they felt about your statement. Now, Keisha says the reason why they took her out of here because she gave up the location where she was at and she was calling for the cops. Now, you know how some of these criminals, they hate them goddamn cops. They hate the police. And that's why I love the police so much. I am the Back the Blue member. Do you guys agree with that statement Keisha made? I don't agree with it. I think they was going to take her out regardless. I think they was on demon time and they wanted to do her in regardless. They felt that Mahogany betrayed them. They felt that Mahogany was planning to get them killed. They felt that Mahogany, you was playing in our faces all this time, Mahogany, trying to get close to us to get us killed. Hell no. We gonna get you first, bitch. We gonna get you first. We gonna do the plan that we have for Blue is gonna be the plan that we got for your ass now. Because Mahogany, we trusted you, and you going back telling Blue we about to kill her ass, and then we hearing that your ass trying to set at us to get us killed, bitch. Nah, Mahogany, you gonna have to get it now. You gonna have to get it now, okay? So no, I don't feel they all talked about taking each other out of here. They all was on that time. They are murderers. And this ain't the first murder. They got bodies. They love rapping, talking about how many bodies they got. Look at your hip hop. Look at the rappers. Look how they brag about how many bodies they got. Do you know what bodies is? Bodies is a person that they killed. And they love to rap how many bodies they got. What type of demon shit is that? You want to brag about, yeah, I got bodies on bodies. People that you took out of here. Lives that you taken out. Families you have destroyed. And y'all happy about that shit? That's the time they on. So what do y'all think about that? Now let's go on to some more callers because now we got some callers. Calling from 301. You're live.
Okay, yes. How you doing?
Okay.
I got a question for you. Okay, now this is just speculation on my part. I read in the article that the police stated they know the motive why Mahogany was killed, but they're not going to release the motive to the public for the fear of the safety of the family.
So this is my question. And they go and release all the details, that she was tortured, she was, SA'd, she was raped, she was killed.
Yeah,
Even
let's
I read
watch
in the
the
article,
language. With that
okay,
R
even
word.
that she was, okay, she lost
Can
her
you
life,
tell me
unfortunately.
where you get this article from so we can look it up too?
If you can Google it on, like, Yahoo, I'm sorry, Yahoo.
Okay. What is
And
it?
that came up, and
It's
I thought that
Yahoo
was very
News?
interesting.
Yahoo News?
Yes, ma'am. Yahoo, yes. Yahoo
No,
News.
that's the article that you got this information from is Yahoo
Yes,
News?
yes, right, yes. And what I thought was interesting about that is that usually when they mention that, I mean, of course, cops don't, the police are not going to tell the public everything that they know because they may have their eye on somebody specifically. But what I thought was interesting about that is that usually when they do that sometime, a person could be set up in a situation where somebody's trying to kill their family because it's retaliatory, or Mahogany may have witnessed something that she wasn't supposed to see or hear about. So when I looked at the movements of her mother, and then I looked at the movements of Kenneka Jenkins, when Kenneka Jenkins unfortunately lost her life, you can go back and look at the tape, how her mother showed up at the hotel with her sister. They were looking, even to the point when they discovered Kenneka Jenkins, and I remember they had her downstairs after they took her out the freezer. Her mother and sister were there. But if you notice with Mahogany's mother, you have not seen her on TV. The only time they have shown her on TV was like when they were being, I guess, when the judge was getting ready to say that they were denied bond, and they just showed her for a quick second. But I was looking at her mother on Facebook, and the preacher, was talking to her, and that's been the only time that I've seen her. Now, when they released the balloons, her sister was there and her cousin, but they still did not show her mother. But they showed her sister and they showed her cousin at that balloon release. So then I said, and this is just speculation, I said, what if Mahogany wasn't even the intended target? One of her mother was. And somebody went to that game because they wanted them to take out Mahogany's mother. Is it possible that when they sent that text message, they was hoping that Mahogany's mother was going to come by herself and not show it with the police and be like, I'm here for my daughter? And they would possibly wanted to kill her mother as well. Because I know her mother prepares taxes. And like 3 years ago, people were running that PPP loan scheme. I'm just saying, I'm not speculating, I'm not saying she did this or not, but people were running that scheme where they were ripping off the government. With the COVID relief, if you had your own business, they were overinflating it. Some people were getting millions and millions of dollars, and now they're getting in trouble. They're getting indicted. They're going to jail. They're snitching on each other. I just thought it was strange because they wanted to make sure when they sent that text message that Mahogany's mother came by herself without Mahogany. And then I looked at it another way, and I said, okay, with Ariana, they said that Mahogany allegedly was messing with her baby father, and her baby father was killed. Did Mahogany play a role in her baby father being killed, inadvertently or overtly? Because I found an article where they said a young man was found in Alabama about 2 years ago, murdered in a ditch on the side of the road. He had been shot multiple times. And then they left Mahogany on the side of the road, shot. I'm saying her life, unfortunately, on the side of the road. It was sort of like the same, you know what I'm saying? I just thought it was interesting because if Mahogany was the intended target, why would it be fear of the safety of the family? Because what does her family have to do with this? I mean, they would have nothing to do with this. And then the article was saying that Mahogany's mother had put her out or something like that, or she moved out because of the way she was behaving or something like that. Because like I said, once again, it wasn't, they keep changing the story. It wasn't even about a tax return. So I don't know why that story came out. Maybe the police knew it wasn't about a tax return, and that's what they're telling people because they really know the real motive. If you read that article, it will explain that. Because all I know, Mahogany's mother, for Alabama to be upset and everybody, Mahogany's mother will not come on TV at all. So if there's still beef to be had, is she being protected? Can she not show her face, or did they go? Because they say in this game, my lords, was a wannabe game, and that you could go to them and give them money and they would do anything for you. So is it possible that Mahogany's mother could have been the intended target and they got her daughter? Because that text message was like specifically only for her mother. They wanted her mother to come, and then they said after that something went to her sister. But it was only specifically going for Mahogany's family, like other family members. And then the police said they can't tell the real motive because out of fear of safety for the family. And if you look at Kenneka Jenkins' mother, she was all on TV. She was doing interviews. She was on Facebook Live. She was on YouTube Live. But Mahogany's mother would not show her face in social media at all. And I get that she may be grieving, but her daughter and her cousins show their faces. So I was just wondering if that's something connected. Like, you know, they were trying to send a maybe somebody's in jail and they're getting ready to come home, or they're going to trial, and Mahogany could have been a witness to it. Because I'm saying what they did to her is sort of like gang activity when you're disloyal. They want to see you suffer. Because another thing, if Mahogany, in the beginning they said when Mahogany fought Tasia, Mahogany jumped her with her girls, okay? Why come none of Mahogany's girls were invited to this party? Right? Like, I mean, I don't get that, because they showed on YouTube, they showed the pictures where Mahogany was fighting Tasia and the guy had to break it up, but Mahogany had her girls. And allegedly Tasia had hers.
Well, okay, you said a lot. Now, I will say about the fight that you saw, that all y'all saw, y'all thought, y'all sat there and y'all thought that Mahogany had some girls. No. That fight was Mahogany, Teja, and Saia.
Okay.
That is
okay, but let me ask you a question. Why are they waiting so long to be retaliatory then?
Somebody else.
You think it's because of somebody else?
No, I said they were fighting someone else. That photo.
But I'm saying, why are these girls waiting for so long to be retaliatory?
Now you're asking me. I would have to ask them, but I would say
no. I'm not saying you, but doesn't that seem strange?
No, it does not. Because in order to get you back, I'm gonna get you back. Don't they say a dish is served best revenge when it's cold, when you're not thinking, when you off your foot, when you think everything is cool? That's when I'm gonna strike. When I just do something you expecting this shit. Why would I strike then? It's much smarter.
Well, this is the
and
thing
it's much
too.
sweeter.
I know somebody said, okay. I know somebody was just wrote that her mother did a live. Yeah, her mother did a live, but her mother hasn't gone on the news. Now, the other young lady that unfortunately was at the gas station.
News either. I would not go on the
but
news.
I'm saying,
either.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, if all the city
was known to do some vicious shit, I wouldn't show my goddamn face, and it's not needed. And she got family members that's representing her in the news. But no, everybody is not, they don't have the stomach to be popular or in that type of light. And that shit will follow you to the end of the day. People always remember you. Yeah, you that girl, your daughter got this and that. She has to deal with that. It's already enough. That's her real life. But to have that a part of her postcard everywhere she goes, yeah, I heard your daughter was doing some this. She was doing horrible shit to niggas. Yeah, she's doing that. I mean, it's probably a plethora of reasons why her mom would not want to go on the news. If I was Mahogany mom, I wouldn't go on the goddamn news. Hell no.
Okay, well, this is the last thing I want to say. In the video, because I just saw a little bit of the video, when they were outside attacking her, if you look up real, real close, you can see it looked like it was houses, because people had their back porch light on. So when I looked at that, I don't think she ever made it to Tasia's apartment. And that's why when the police went over there, she was not there. Because it looked like she never made it there, because if you look at that video, you can see that it was like houses. Like she was at someone's house in the backyard. And then after that, Tasia grabbed her by her hair.
Did you see the video of them in Taja's apartment?
No, I saw a little bit of the video where they were attacking her outside, where Tasia was on her back and spitting on her. And then when I saw that part,
they got the whole video. They inside.
They got the whole video where?
I played it here before on my channel. If you look through the history.
But how do you know that's Tasia's apartment though?
Because Blue.
You see her? You talking about in the bedroom when they had her pinned up against the wall?
Yeah, that Blue been there. Blue stays at that apartment. She knows Taja's apartment. She confirmed that was Taja's apartment. That's Blue. Blue are doing interviews.
So Blue is doing interviews.
Yes, she confirmed
Okay, so
it.
who would do interviews? Who would do interviews and no one's protecting you in the streets?
Well, I guess she got her hitters that's protecting her. I don't know. You got to ask Blue.
Or maybe Blue could be lying, because it could be Blue's house too, because it's not like Tasia can respond either, right? that's all I want to say. I don't want to take too much of your time up, but I just thought that was strange how they're saying that they won't release, the police are not going to release the motive as to why it happened. So that has to make you think that maybe it's bigger than just retaliation or that Mahogany was disloyal. And when I find that article, I'm going to call back in and give it to you. But if you Google in, the police know the motive for Mahogany, unfortunately passing, you'll see that the law enforcement saying they're not going to release it to the public. So either she saw something or heard something or knew something, because the moves they were doing on her is like you disloyal.
Well, she was disloyal.
Like you have no loyalty.
You know, she was disloyal to the group, my lord. She betrayed the gangs, and she snitched on the gang.
But who is telling us that? Who is telling us that?
Now, okay, you want to keep cutting me off?
You got to look at who's saying it, because Mahogany's not saying it. Because if it's coming from Blue, everything she said about Mahogany could be a lie. Because now I heard that they were trying to get at Blue, possibly kill her. So, maybe she used Mahogany inadvertently because Mahogany didn't know what was going on. That's all I'm saying. Because, you got to think outside the box. Like, everything they said about this girl could be a lie. It might not even be the truth. Because somebody's trying to cover themselves and look out for themselves. But if you look at that motive where the police said they're not going to release the real motive, there's a reason why they let Blue go, too. I mean, I'm just saying, because it's more to it. I think it's bigger than her. Just like Kenneka Jenkins, it seems some type of gang activity or whatever, but it was bigger than Kenneka, too. Because if they wanted to do something to it, they didn't have to wait till that night. And it's almost the same setup. They said Mahogany was drunk, all right, and then Kenneka Jenkins was drunk. There's no way Kenneka could have found the basement of the apartment as drunk as she was. We saw her in the hallway stumbling around. And then with Mahogany, they say she was intoxicated. She couldn't even fight back. That's all I'm saying, and that's it. I don't want to take too much of your time up.
All right, thank
But when
you.
I get that article, I'll make sure you get that article.
Yes, please, and tell me where I can find it. All right.
I will. I'm gonna find it right now, and then I'll call back in with it.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to let her go. Calling from 205. You're live on the air.
Yes. I was glad today when I had to come back home. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. When I came home, I wasn't expecting to see the little funeral thingy. So a lot of people did turn out for her funeral, and I did see it on Facebook Live, but I didn't have time to watch it because I came home to do something else. So I was glad to see that they did have an open casket. I didn't get to see, zoning on her face or anything because I thought they weren't going to be able to have a open casket. But from what I saw, it looked like they were able to. So my take on it, too, I do believe what you said about, some gang crazy stuff, and it went too far and they had to take it all the way, because you changing hands for different people. Maybe they didn't know he was going to do that, but now all of them are going to be punished for what they did. For what all of them did. So I just wanted to say that because when I saw the first video, I was like, there's no way she could text her mom and her face was already beat, And then on the second video that I saw, little pieces of it, her face was already swollen, and I was like, how is she able to? So I don't think she the one that texted her mom, because even in the first video, you can see her face had already started, like black eyes or whatever. So I don't think she would text her mom.
A lot of people feel that way. And I want to know, I want to get an idea from the chat. Do you feel like Mahogany was the one that texted her mom, press 1? If you feel like she did not text her mom, it was someone else that felt sympathy for her, press 5. Yeah, and I think Blue, she also stated that she do believe that someone else texted her mom. That's what Blue said.
Because if they, how they, in the first video you saw the girl had her up against the wall. There's no way they let her have, you could tell they, whatever, it's no way they let her have, because they was on her. Whenever they got to that point, they were putting their hands on and keep hitting her. There's no way they let her hold her phone and then give it back to her. She had pajamas on. So I'm like, and then the long to text more than one person. Her eyes are already swollen. Like, how's she able to do that?
Mm. Maybe God did it. Maybe God gave her a sight to see for a short period of time. I'm not sure. If I had to make something up, God can do a miracle. You
Because
know,
I would have dialed if that happened, would have dialed 911 and put it on silent. You know what I'm saying? And slid the phone under the bed and let them hear it or whatever. But texting and to the right person and don't send the police. I mean, don't come send the police. Like, I was like, nah, this somebody else did that.
now,
I
what were
don't.
your thoughts when you heard that when the mom was called, it was a delay?
Oh, so they probably did they turn the phone off or
No, you guys all heard the story now that the mom was
something?
getting called and she didn't come over there until I guess later. It was somehow a delay in a
Mhm.
response, or was a y'all heard about the delay now, right?
Yeah, maybe she thought it wasn't real. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she thought she was playing, like, what is this? And probably tried to call her back,
Well, she
and she
said
didn't
on the text
answer.
message it says don't call.
So, and then, like I said, people wanting the police, they take it to the police, and the police cannot just burst in people's doors. But I do believe I would have went over there. I would have. Somebody would have had to come out because no, her phone is pinging here. I need to. She is here. Maybe they didn't take it serious enough, but I was just saying how like.
Jazzy says her mom did not call or answer her phone right away.
Right.
So I was asking, what are your thoughts about that? But okay. Well, thank you so much. All right, we're gonna let
Thank
you
you.
go. Calling from 309. You're live on the air. 309. Hello? Hello? 309. We're gonna come back to you.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I got a few things to say because I'm thinking like the first lady or a couple ladies before that said that maybe it's more bigger than that because they was talking in a live chat and Blue was letting on to be known that uh she had some kind of case that she couldn't talk about, that they went ahead and some kind of robbery they had for like 30 bands. So that's why I'm not understanding why they want to rob her for $1,000. So I'm like, it's another case that's bigger than that, and that's why Blue is not in jail.
Yeah. Well, let me say
Yeah,
this. We all know they did not kill Mahogany for no money. They killed her
right,
because they felt that she betrayed the gang with telling the ops that they were going to kill a op, and they also heard that Mahogany was planning to kill some of their gang members.
right.
So that's why they took her out. It wasn't over the
Also,
money.
as far as the group, my lord, it's like I'm trying to figure out, like, there's a reason for them to have taken her to 7 different locations. For me, it felt like it was like an initiation.
Mm. Initiation
You know what I
for.
mean? Like, yeah, like, and she was over there in the video when she was talking to Ariana, something like she was saying, I'm loyal. So I'm figuring that's something to prove their loyalty. They went ahead and took her to all those different locations so everybody could get initiated into the game, like, formally.
Yeah, I think maybe the 18-year-olds, they have to do their part to show that they're serious about the game. I definitely feel
I'm
like
just saying the
that.
whole murder entirety. Like, how loyal are you to the gang that they went ahead and put her through that much cruelty? That's what I'm saying. It's somebody else that's over this game. Lord is somebody else.
Mm. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah, because I can't see how they do that for just that little stuff. They ain't running nothing big like that. It can't be. It's got to be somebody bigger.
Mm. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, people will kill you for a little bit of nothing. It don't gotta be big. You know that, right?
Of course, but I'm
People
just
will
saying, like, that's
people will
just
SA you for no reason because you walking down the street. So
yes,
these
ma'am.
people are not strangers. They have passion, they have hate, they have betrayal. So, you know, that right there could lead to horrible shit. Oh, my throat.
Exactly. That's just too demonic, and that's all I want to call and pretty much speak on because I'm thinking it's just much more bigger than that, and I'm like, that's the only reason Blue ain't in jail because it's more to the case.
All right. Well, thank you so much. All right. We're going to go on to our next caller. Calling from 916. You live?
Hi, this is Carol back. So Blue is not in jail because she actually wasn't on scene. She has not been seen doing anything, but she is the perpetrator because she caused this whole situation to unfold when she double crossed Mahogany and went back and told them that she was aware that they was plotting against her. That's number one. The police cannot tell the motive of no case, not because there's something bigger going on and protecting the mama, because the mama been all on Facebook and they know who she is. They ain't got her in no protective custody or nothing like that. So the motive, they can't tell it because they got to come out in the courtroom. In order, if they tell that, then these convicts is going to be able to use that information with their attorney. So they always keep that kind of stuff quiet in terms of the real motive. But I believe from the beginning, and I still believe now, that they did what they did for 24 hours and that she actually was unalived Monday morning, like Sunday night. They had her a long time. And I think Blue spoke to that because she knew that they had her Saturday, and she said that Mahogany died Sunday. So it's like Blue is really an important piece in this, and I think she will be arrested, but it won't be arrested for like the murder, but it'd be like accessory to this crime because she was definitely involved. The whole it's real childish and immature that they would be like her saying I'm loyal was trying to say I didn't betray y'all and tell Blue, but she did because
Yes, she
Ariana was
did.
on that three-way call.
Yes,
Ariana
she
was on that
did.
call.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she went back and told Tasia, that Mahogany was on the phone with Blue letting her know what was going to happen because from my understanding, Ariana and Tasia is a couple.
Uh-huh.
See,
Ariana and Taja. That's what
so,
Blue said. Carol.
right,
Carol, I love you,
right, so,
Carol.
right,
Carol, please stay on
right,
the phone with
right.
me because I love how you talking.
Right, but right, so Ariana, Tasia, and Blue on the phone. Ariana and Tasia is in a relationship, so she go back and tell her female, Mahogany told Blue everything, and Blue kind of like let them know too. So she was standing alone. She didn't have nobody to back her up. Now, when you talk about the SA and what the dudes did, that was on some sick, weird stuff. That's what they do, right? So her or anybody, they probably done that a bunch of times. That's what they do because I can't see the motive or why they was even involved. It should have just been these females. If it was just going to be a murder or unaliving, get out where you stand there, do what you do. But why are you guys there? Why are these men there? That's the part that I don't understand unless they just was sick. Of course, it was just sick. You know what I mean?
Well, they
Because
are
this is what they
sick.
do.
But I think, Carol, you
Right.
just said it. She betrayed the gang and they trying to prove themselves. You got to realize, Carol, when you are young and you're trying to set yourself apart to be taken serious as a deviant, as a crew, you got to do some devious stuff to let the world know that, oh shit, my lord, they ain't nothing to play with. I see how they get down. They wanted to use
Right.
this to build a reputation in the streets to let them know that they are certified, and if you betray them, you will have to pay like Mahogany. It was a message to send to the streets of
Mhm.
Birmingham that they are legit and they are serious and they not about playing no games. And once you apart, ain't no coming out.
Right. Now, the young boy, I'm hearing that the young 18-year-old that's actually arrested is the one who's saying that he was forced to do this stuff. He was texting his mother and his sister, telling them some information, and that he may have been the person to text her mother, not her. That Mahogany did not text. It was the boy that was there, that he felt that he was being forced to do stuff, and he couldn't leave either.
Do you believe it?
That's Jeremiah. I don't know. That's what Blue is saying. That's what they're saying on these other lives. Veto had that information. He said that boy was a little bit coerced and something, but he was already in it, and you gonna participate since you here. Ain't no getting out of it now. So it's just really unfortunate how this all came about. Like you say, Blue standing up there getting arrested and all that shenanigans she was doing was weird too. But she's doing a lot of talking, and the police is listening to you. They're going to arrest her soon because she incriminated herself on a lot of different levels, because she said, I knew she was missing on Saturday before the text went out. So if you knew she was missing, then you was watching the videos that y'all had in this little secret club you got going on. You was a part of it, right? So that's accessory to the murder. It's accessory. If you know it and you watching it and you ain't doing it, unless she talks, somebody gonna talk. She already talking, but some of them gonna talk too, because they're gonna try to get out of it. But you can't get out of capital murder. It's hard. You can't get out of no capital murder. Felony murder, you can't get out of that. That capital carry death penalty, and that felony murder carry a death penalty because you got some special circumstances of kidnapping and SA. I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama put all 8 of them on there.
Yeah. Well, I think with Blue, she's not in touch with reality. Blue is not in touch with how American people think. Blue lives in her own world. Blue felt that by her coming out and trying to be anti-Tasia, that people will see her as innocence. But that is not how we see things, Blue. That is not how we are digesting this, Blue. But in Blue's mind, in Blue's world, it makes perfect sense. So Blue is now battling her reality versus the people's reality. And she does not understand how you guys could put her in it when she feels that I was just helping y'all. I just came out and I was just trying to help Mahogany by getting Teja and telling y'all it was Teja. She came out pointing a finger, but to a lot of people just read that you're guilty and you are part of this shit too. So,
but you had knowledge. You had knowledge of it. Yeah, she had big knowledge of that. She was aware that it was happening at the time it was happening.
Yeah, she said she knew Saturday night. Then she wanted to change it. And then who is Tasia ex-boyfriend? Why do you have connection with him? What's that about? Then how did Tasia ex-boyfriend, how did he find out? And why don't you give up the name of Tasia's ex-boyfriend? Why are you protecting Tasia's ex-boyfriend? What is he to you?
Right, and you notice that she called him on live on the phone, and he said, yeah, he
but
is
that
the
was
one that
bullshit.
told her about it.
Did you hear how many times that she had to hung up? She just kept getting connected. Did you notice how she just keep getting disconnected all of a sudden? Anytime she got disconnected, this is what she'd do. She'd call such and such. I'm on a live right now. I'm going to call you. So when I call you, I just want you to say da-da-da. This is what she do for a living. That's how they set up licks. They are liars. They set shit up. They manipulate. Then she'll call back in. Yeah. Then a couple of minutes, then she said, well, let me call this person. This was all set up and staged. She set the stage for everything. Just like that police, that video recording. She set the stage up for that. If you look at her pattern, she set stages up. That's what she does.
Right, and see, some people think we're trying to make her guilty by association. We're not trying to make her guilty by association, but she knows too much. She knows too much because she was involved. She didn't commit the crime. She didn't do no hitting, stomping, and none of that. And she wasn't there, but she was aware of it, and she was filming. She got videos of it. And so the police is probably questioning that. And they got her phone because they were looking at them phones, talking what you erased. They'll pull it out the cloud. They'll get it, right?
Well,
So
she
the
said that
problem
she
is,
had Taja's phone. Why does she got Taja's phone?
oh, I didn't know. What did she have that phone for?
That's what she said.
Now that
She
is
said
weird.
that she had
The
Taja's
same,
phone.
the same night.
No, I didn't say the
Yeah.
same night. I just know on the live she mentioned that she had Taja's phone, and they were saying so that doesn't mean that you have the password though, because they were trying to figure out how did you get the videos.
And she said somebody sent it to her, right?
She said a lot of
So,
things. She kept on changing it.
yeah.
But let's give a big old thank you to Anna P. donating $10. Thank you so much, Anna. Anna says, I'm glad to catch you live again. Me too. You know, I've been at the dentist, so my mouth is kind of messed up. Any updates on this case? I just got on. I hope Mahogany's family is being sheltered through this by the
Mhm.
Lord. Amen. Amen. Now go
Amen.
ahead, Carol.
Amen.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Carol.
Yeah, the funeral was today, and it seemed like, like somebody was saying the casket was open and everything. It was a pretty decent crowd, but it just, it's just a tragedy to have a young girl with a baby and nobody really caring. I haven't heard nobody like the president talk about this case. I haven't heard nothing from Black Lives Matter. I haven't heard anything from people who I'm thinking should be rallying about this. Even though it's black on black, this girl's life mattered. And if we can say that white people shouldn't be killing us, then we shouldn't be killing us. And people are supposed to be marching on that. And if the president, if this would have been, a Caucasian girl, even if it was a Caucasian on Caucasian, they would have been talking about it. They would have said something about it. My condolences, called her mother or something. But ain't nobody saying nothing, so I think that's weird too.
Well,
Only
I don't know
YouTube,
about
only the
that.
people.
It's a lot of stuff that goes on. I think the Birmingham people gotta speak up. So, you know, you
But
can't
this is
depend.
huge. This is a huge step. Right.
I'm not
This
gonna
ain't
get
just a
into. I'm not gonna get into all that. But because that's a rabbit hole, you're gonna have to dig too much. But yeah. Anything else, Carol? Well, hold on. Just stay right there, Carol. I'm gonna ask someone. Just stay
okay.
right there.
Okay.
Calling from
Mhm.
501. You're live on the air.
Hi. I started watching you probably a couple of months ago, and I really enjoy your show.
Thank you.
I'm just so disappointed. It's black on black crime and it's gang stuff. It's just our youth, man. This is crazy. I'm 47, so this gang stuff haven't started. But at some point, we're gonna have to learn as a people, man. It's just senseless with all this killing, all this evil. We're going down. Our youth are going down by boatloads. 8. Just think with this case. It's 8 facing capital murder with just this one case. There's too many cases like this, And somewhere we have to learn, because I'm from the era of the Million Man March, and all the people that came before, they really empowered us as a people, and somewhere along the line we losing it. It's just like we can't complain about, the systematic racism that go on, that we face, when we constantly see all this just unnecessary, this killing. It's evil. There's nothing that good come out of gangs. I have a family member, that was 16, and he just did 40 years, and it was the same similar situation except for the essay, but nothing good comes out of being involved with a gang. It's usually death or prison, and we need to, just think about it. Some of those right there, they got some talent. They could have really made it, but they want to sit around in the hood, worshiping a gang, calling my Lord. You're not supposed to use the name in vain like that for a gang.
Mhm.
You're not worshiping You're not worshiping God. You're worshiping your own God. And usually gangs is killing, violence. You have to get beat in. You have to get jumped, beat in. Usually the girls have to, they pass them around. They have to get in sexually. It's just, we have to be better. And I think it's the older generation that have to, step up, because where are they parents? How bad this look? If my child was involved in something like this, this is crazy. It's crazy. And it's heart-wrenching, because the way they did this girl, this is horrible,
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
you
men
you
involved.
just said it. You said to be initiating game, you got to be essayed and beat up, and that's what she was.
Yeah. Right.
She was exposed for being
She was
disloyal to the
tortured,
game.
Yeah.
They caught
Yeah.
her because Blue then caught her ass up, and Blue knew what the
Master
gang members
manipulator.
was gonna do to her once they found out that Mahogany was, betraying her own gang. They recorded her,
Yeah.
or they had her on a three-way with another gang member actively listening, and that's when they confronted her. And it involves with
Yeah.
the whole family, because you was betraying the whole family on several different
Right.
occasions. You told
But at the
the
end of the day, it's
ops.
all senseless. You know
I
what I mean?
understand that you're senseless,
Yeah.
but me saying it's senseless don't matter to a group of people that makes sense to them. This is society, and this is real life, and there are gangs
Right.
everywhere, and we're
But I
always
think
gonna
it
have
starts at
gangs.
home, too. It starts at home. A lot of them, we have a lot of more single-parent families and absent fathers more now than ever, more, crack addicted mothers. It's just dysfunctional families.
Okay.
Somewhere we have to find our way again to, break the cycle, break the curse.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I thank you so much. All right. We got some other callers we got to get through. Calling from 909. You're live on the air. What are your thoughts?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, well, this is what I think, because
Your
gotta
phone
take
going
it
kind of
back.
low now. Your phone is low.
Okay, hold on.
That's a
Can
little
you
bit
hear me?
better. Yeah, that's better. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, this is what I think. I think that, see, you got to go way back, because you got to remember that Blue said, I haven't been around none of them in like 2 years. I haven't seen nobody in 2 years. But they had a case like prior to this with the 30,000 and the yellow Camaro where they had robbed somebody. So they feel like Blue is the only one that could tie them to this case. So if this is why they wanted to kill Blue, because she the only one that could tie them to this case. This is an ongoing case that's going on right now. She the only one that could tie them to this case. So basically, if they kill her, then that frees them from this case. So Mahogany knew about all this. So she tell Blue. So what Blue do is she go and get, what's the other little girl name that she was messing with too? Ariana. Put Ariana on the three-way. Probably like, just be quiet. Listen, I'm going to tell you. She said this. She said this. Just be quiet. So she get into the conversation. Mahogany said again, yeah, but woo, 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 woo. Now, they know for sure that she the one that told Blue what they was going to do to her. So, yeah, Blue is guilty. I believe Blue is guilty because doing it all, she knew everything. You know what I'm saying? She knew Saturday because she said somebody called her. She
Teja
said that the
ex-boyfriend.
guy said
Teja
that she
ex-boyfriend told her. That's what she said.
She was in the background, tied up. They wanted him to come over there. She knew that Saturday, but she been knew it. basically since she started coming back around and dealing with everybody, because she was sleeping with Teja, she was sleeping with Mahogany, and she was sleeping with the other little girl too. She was sleeping
Ariana.
with all three of them.
Because she
Ariana.
said they wanted to do a threesome.
Mhm.
That's why she got back in contact, because they wanted to do a threesome.
Mhm. So basically, yeah, she needs to go to jail. She knew everything. I'm trying to clear my name for what? You knew everything Saturday. And they finna run through your phones and everything you think you
They already
erased is
got two
gonna
of
come
her
back up.
phones. They got two of her phones, and they still haven't gave her phones back.
And they ain't gonna, because they finna dig and dig and dig. Every social media that she's connected to, they finna run through it. They finna chat groups and all that. I got a whole different phone. Yeah, that don't mean nothing. I'm pretty sure everything girl, ain't no telling who in y'all business with this.
Anna P donated $10. Give it up for Anna P. Anna P says these kids were never taught discipline or consequences. That's why they couldn't control themselves. Their parents failed them, and now they are failing the kids. It's a sad cycle that needs to end. Amen, Anna. Amen.
Mhm. Well, then they need to start. They need to remove CPS then, and let people. I mean, for certain situations, because for some you do need them. But all that, you pop your child, you go to jail. I don't know.
Now going back to Blue, anything else that you guys heard Blue say that I did not mention when she was talking?
Blue done had a lot to say. Basically, she switch up so much. She don't keep her story straight. Blue lying. Anybody that keep going back and forth and you can't keep up with what they saying because it's so all over the place, it's a lie.
You know what? When Blue said Veto threatened her life or got her life in danger, I thought that was something serious. But then when she was confronted by Veto, she was like, "Oh, we cool, we cool." Well, which one is it, Blue? If somebody
Blue,
is getting your
I
life
believe
in danger,
Veto, everybody probably in Alabama listened to Veto. Everybody, that's why the mother went and paid Veto. She wanted him to report on this story. That's what broke it. You know what I'm saying? So Veto is the one that broke the story, helped solve the story, all that. And like they say, it's two more people out there. So regardless to how he did it, how he felt about it, how he came at it, he did help them people.
no, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking for the fact that if you feel like someone threatened your life and then you switch it up and you're like so cool with him when you were confronted by him on the phone, I just felt that was so awkward. If I make a statement that you are putting my life in danger,
because she know what she did. She know what she did, and he's from out there. You know what I'm saying? They probably just gonna give us so much.
right.
He
I just
probably
felt
ain't
that
gonna
was
get
kind of
everything.
it was disingenuous of her to say that to try to play victim. I felt like she was trying to play victim, but she really couldn't because she's not a victim.
And he probably don't want to say what he really know. Something he really know that probably they'll be after that little girl here, like hot on whatever.
Oh no, he was on
He
her.
probably wouldn't even make it overnight. So it's something he probably know, and he just don't want to say it. But she connected. She
Do
got
you
something to
do
do
you
with it. Her
do y'all
stories ain't
feel
matching up. She's all over the place.
do y'all feel that Blue, it was hard to decipher. Did she feel sorry that Mahogany is dead? I didn't get the feeling that she was really hurt about it. What you guys
I
take
didn't.
about
She
it?
wasn't.
I didn't pick nothing, no remorse up in her conversation at all. None. None.
Only thing she ever said is she trying to clear her name.
Right.
That's
She didn't
it.
have nothing
I
to do with
thought she was gonna have a breakdown and say, "Oh my God, I miss her so much. That was my baby. I loved her," or something. I was looking for that moment to see that
it.
she
It never
really
came.
cared about this girl, and that was effed up. She didn't even demonize what they did to her. I was waiting on that moment. I was waiting for Blue to go off, to be upset. Veto was more passionate and more upset than Blue. I just thought that was so odd. He don't even know Mahogany,
Because
but you
she
know her.
knew. She knew.
Right.
She knew what?
Right.
She knew everything. She knew what was happening to that girl. She played a big part of that. They were all friends before she came back around. Soon as she came back around in January, it was chaos from that point on.
Right.
Carol,
Chaos.
were you shocked to not hear those type of responses? What were your
Right. She
thoughts?
had no remorse. I was very surprised because there's no remorse in her voice. Again, like the young lady said, that she was just trying to clear herself. She didn't even say nothing about them, what they did. That was cold. That was dirty. She didn't even fake that. So yeah, she hasn't even really commented on it, right? And she hasn't commented on Mahogany. She didn't talk about her being gone out this world and having a daughter left behind. She wasn't there. A couple of times she was like, Mahogany wasn't innocent. Mahogany wasn't innocent is what she actually said.
Yeah.
You know? And
She
yeah, and then her
she was
voice was
painting
low.
Mahogany as a bad person. She said Mahogany is friends with pedos.
Right, right, right. Yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
blew her. So she didn't have no remorse for her at all. But what you were saying about her and Veto, she was telling people that Veto got her life out there lit, right? But she was talking to him as if that she had never said that. So right, if she felt that he was, putting her life in danger, then she shouldn't even been willing to talk to him. But what he said to her was, "You need to get up out of Alabama because people is mad with you." That's what he told her, and it was true. You got to get up out of
Exactly.
here. But she don't seem to be worried about that part. She said, "Well, if they come," this was her words, "if they come kill me over something I didn't do, then I'm just gonna be dead then."
But you played a big part in that. Because soon as you came back with this case, this ongoing case that you got going on, you tried to clear, you wanted to throw the, what they say, throw the sheets on somebody else. That's
Right.
what she did. She threw them
So
on Mahogany.
Yeah, she did. She said, see, Mahogany called herself telling Blue, "Look, these people woo woo woo," and it backfired on her. It backfired on her. What they was gonna do to Blue, they did to her.
Yeah.
For telling her.
Exactly.
For telling her.
Because she ran her mouth.
Right.
And they was coming in. That's why everybody was coming with her at all different kind of things. Because Blue ran and told everybody all kind of different things. It wasn't just that. It was a lot of stuff because that's who she trusted. That's who she talked to. Blue. That was
Right.
her sneaky link.
Yeah, that was her friend. She thought.
But it wasn't her friend.
She trusted the wrong people. Her mother been all on Facebook and talking to different people, but she be on Facebook all the time on her page. But so her mother said her daughter trusted the wrong people, and then she didn't say that she wasn't innocent or that she wasn't. She just said that she was trying to change her life, right? That she was beginning to try to change her life. So maybe when she was young, she was real hot out there. You know what I mean? but she was trying to change her
She's
life and start
only
hanging.
20.
Right, right. But you know, when you young, like do a few robberies and get away with them and spend some time in juvenile hall. Now you don't want to go to no jail or nothing, so you try to change it, right? But it's too late because that group she was running with, they don't want you to change. They don't want you to change, so they keep you stuck right there. And Ariana is the first person that stepped to her and said, "Weren't you on that phone?" Because she said, "Where you hear this from?" And then she said, "You was on the phone," and that's when it took off.
All right,
Right.
909. I put you on hold. I'm gonna let you go. Continue to talk, Carol.
Oh no, I was saying that when they did that and stepped to her on that conversation is when it all happened. Blue exposed that it did take place for 24 hours, so we're getting a better timeline. Because remember, we were trying to get that timeline down
Right,
of
Carol.
when all this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember? Yeah,
Yeah.
they said that they had her. She said they had her for 24 hours doing this stuff to her. She said that on that live.
Yep, and she also
So
said that she have an eyewitness that saw Tasia and Mahogany together earlier that day at a store.
right, you're right, right. Now, when did they start? So she allegedly was at that dude house first. I forget his name. At one of the guys' house
Brandon
first.
Pope. You talking
And
about
then
Brandon Pope?
Brandon Poe, yeah. And then they bring her outside, and this is all going down. You can see the fight outside, and then you can see them. Somebody say put her in the trunk and all of this. So then they start moving her around. Now that's when I don't know how she got to Teja house in her PJs. So it was making me think that the what we seen first happened first, right? Only way she could have sent that text, because I'm looking at the timeline, is before anything happened. She started reading the play, started feeling uncomfortable. Because, you feel stuff, you sense stuff. You like, let me send this text because they getting ready to do something to me.
But she
But her
texted at
mother,
7:30 in the morning.
right, because they saying that she didn't get
And
killed
Blue
until
says
Sunday night.
that she got kidnapped that Saturday night. That's 7 hour window.
It is. But she still was alive, though, because she said she had wasn't unalived at that time. That she didn't get alive till Sunday. That's what Blue's saying. Till Sunday, after that test.
So did they kidnap
So
her
they
for
had her
8 hours? And then they started whooping
20
her after they found out that she said call the police?
That's there you go. It starts jumping off until
Your
after.
phone going in and out. Say that again.
So I'm thinking that maybe because it was early in the morning when she was standing up there by the window, right? I mean, by the wall. It seemed like it was morning time, like around that 7:30 window. She could have sent that text before all the people started arriving. And then when they found out she sent it, they was moving her around. Because remember, they moved her to several different locations. So when the police did get there, she wasn't there. So they had already moved her. And if there's a delay in her mom responding, because, we ain't thinking nothing. I don't think her mother read it and just didn't. I don't think she's seen it. And then the missed calls, if you on the phone and somebody calling you, right, and you just don't answer, we do it every day. There's a delay. And so they're moving her, I guess. Several days. Because Blue was saying she was alive Sunday. She said she was alive Sunday.
Yeah.
And that timeline is what matters because you can tell everything that took place. It just doesn't sit right with me that you would still commit this act after you know the police is already looking for her and they done been to Tasia house. That part's not making sense.
Well, why didn't Blue save her like Mahogany tried to save Blue? Why didn't Blue intervene and go over there? You know where they are. Why didn't Blue do more to try to stop it? Blue, did you want this to go on?
Right. And then, but did she know it was going to escalate into an unaliving? Did she just think, oh, this is, they just
It
doing this and they
doesn't
gonna
matter. It
stomp her out.
doesn't matter. The fact that Mahogany tried to save you and you did this
Right,
to her.
right.
But you know what? Can I tell you something, Carol? Blue
Yeah,
didn't give a damn about Mahogany when she set her up on that damn phone call. So she knew this shit was
that's
gonna happen.
right.
And when she found out about it, she ain't gonna do shit because she already knew this shit was gonna happen. She the one set it up. She probably like good.
She did. She
Got her
did.
off the list. Got her off the list.
Right. And she supposed to have been her girlfriend because she had some kind of bitter situation about their relationship that made her spin like that,
Yeah. But
Because
she was
Mahogany was supposed to
upset
be
that
dating
she
her.
went back over to Tasia and was friends with Tasia.
So that's when she decided to tell Ariana to get on that phone, and then she let them know what it was. Because Blue and
Because you
Tasia
know
was
why?
funking.
Carol. She
Huh?
wanted to let
Yeah.
Mahogany know, oh, bitch, you think they don't like your ass? You think they cool with your ass? All right. You think they cool with you. I'm going to make you know it. I'm going to make
Right.
them know it so
Right.
well that you going to show. Because Blue, she want to be the like, I'm the only one that got your best interest at heart. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to force you to be their enemy so they can do you wrong so I can say I was right. She did this bullshit.
Right. Oh, you on the money right there. That's exactly right. So that's why I'm thinking she didn't think it was going to turn into an unalive, but she did set her up so that they would be turned on her.
Right.
Because Ariana turned on her. They turned on her. They was like, you told her what we was going to do, Woody Woo. And Blue in the background knowing that they know because she on the three-way with her. And because she said, it was you on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
It was you on the phone. And she said, I ain't Blue. Remember? And that's when she hit her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the guys though, them was a bunch of cows. So what Veto was saying is that they all been whooped on in that county. They all been beat up in that county. They're in protective custody,
Well,
as they should be.
that's still not justice because Mahogany is not even here.
Oh, when they get to that supermax prison they got in Alabama, them TikTokers already said they waiting on them. They said we're gonna do y'all just like y'all did her. They already. Them TikTokers in the pen, they got cell phones. I got to send you one of them TikToks. They're in the supermax. They said they coming here. You coming here first. Got something for you. And the police gonna let them do it. See, they don't know nothing about these prisons. I worked a lot of years in Folsom State Prison. The police would get out the way and let something happen to you. With something like this, come on now. Just sad. Balcony said we spinning it a little, but yeah, it is spinning, but it's so much. Now we listening to Blue because she the only one got the inside scoop. So a lot of this is coming from her. So that's what we go. We have to kind of like analyze with her. We know what her motive is. She want to try to get herself out of the loop, but the more she talks, the more she put herself in it.
Well, that's what I gotta say. This story gonna keep spinning. You know why? Because it's a damn mystery. Have you ever watched a goddamn mystery? Do you know in the first beginning of the goddamn movie, you don't know what's going on. You think you do, but then you don't.
Right.
And then the next part, you find something else out. Then you find something else out. And this is the ongoing case. Do you know what an ongoing case is? It hasn't been concluded. We have not reached the conclusion of this.
Right.
It's just like a report.
Right.
Didn't y'all go to school? Did y'all not go to school? You never did a book report? When you do a book report, you just don't take one source, but you're taking multiple sources. Then you're coming up with your thoughts of it, and then you do your conclusion at the end. We are still gathering up different sources on this case. So it will spin.
Right.
It will change when we find something else out and somebody else speaks on it. I don't understand.
Sure.
You act like you never did a book report. You act like this is the conclusion. Okay. It is not in the conclusion. We are in a discussion talking about information we just gathered from a source called Blue.
Yes. And so that's why, and things have changed since the last time I was on this live
Yeah.
because the timeline is still in play. You know, once we get in that courtroom and they do all them preliminary hearings, all the different hearings, and all that information start coming out, we'll be able to put it together better, you know. And then if they do have a motive, they will talk about that motive inside of the courtroom with the jury. I do believe that this is going to be a televised trial that we'll be able to look in the trial. I don't think they're going to sequester it. Yeah, I think they're going to open it up, to the media. Yeah, because they know everybody's interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So it'll be one of them. You
Stay
just
right
get on
there,
court.
Carl, because I need you as my co-host.
Okay.
I've been looking for y'all.
Okay.
I've been missing y'all. Caller from
I know.
916, you're live on the air. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I just I've been listening to this and following this case for a minute. I am a sociologist, and I'm really grateful to you guys for making an open platform where we can all put our perspectives and dissect this together as a community. Because in my opinion, that is what it looks like when Black Lives Matter. You know, we as a community come together and we bring up these issues and we address them. We get to the bottom of them. We investigate where we know the police ain't, right? But this is what I wanted to throw out there, right? When we talk about Blue and we talk about these girls and we talk about these males and everybody that's involved, this is the perspective I'm looking at, right? So these girls had already been, you know, kind of doing gang stuff with each other before everything took place. But they was doing like I'm not saying it's any less bad, but like, you know, just fighting, you know, regular stuff, jumping and stuff, of course. But I mean, just with their hands.
Well, 916, I'll break down what they were doing, okay? Were they fighting each other and jumping each other? Yes, they were. Were they setting men up, thugs up, seduce men and to rob them, get muscles to do it? Yes, they did. They did a lot of robbing. Some people will call it prostitution. Some people will call it getting a link that's, you know, that I guess dumbfounded or whatever. But they have done some stuff. They've been in shootouts. They shoot out with different other rivals. This is a group of individuals that is on demon time. They get little kids that's 18,
Right.
19, and they influence them to be like them.
That's exactly what I'm getting to. So what I feel like was taking place is something called group thinking, right? So when you're in a clique, any clique, and this isn't from my perspective, just as somebody that studies society, this is not a Black issue. I feel like this is an issue in any clicked up organization, environment. It's the reason we have issues with corrupt police officers, the reason we have issues with corrupt government, the reason we have corruption in our own communities, in our own households even, our own families sometimes. You know, it all comes back to each person, but I know that we all as a community are not, this group of people don't reflect our whole community. So that's one thing.
Oh.
What I'm getting to is this. What I was looking at and what you taught me from this channel on the case was that the girl Mahogany was kind of a new person in this gang, just kind of following orders to get
90 seconds.
Initiated. I don't know. But she's new to this particular gang, right? Blue has already been involved in this gang. So when we talk about group thinking, basically what group think is when it becomes a problem from a sociological perspective is when you are so clicked up in a group that when something goes wrong in the group, you can't speak up and say nothing about it because you don't want to go against the majority. So regardless, especially if in those cases
60
where they've all
seconds.
done bad stuff together, which is kind of also another form of an initiation where can't nobody speak out against nobody because there's domino effects to that. Everybody got receipts on everybody. So you can't really speak out against nothing without telling on yourself to some degree, right? What I'm feeling like happened from where I'm at, because see, the girls were involved. I have no doubt about that from all the details you shared, everyone else has shared, yes. But I do think at some point it went too far. And I think they knew that it went too far, but it was just like, you know, seeing the lengths the men would go to is kind of just like better her than us. I don't know, like, where can we stop it? Because we've already gone
so far. It's too far. And we've all done the worst of the worst together.
10 seconds.
These girls, they knew what was going on and they was cool with it. While the men were doing it, the girls were going in, popping her in her face, doing horrible things. So I'm not going to paint it as, oh my God, these guys were just so horrible and these girls were so victims and they didn't know what to do because the guys just came in. That was all a part of it.
No, they're not victims at all. But what I'm getting to is the programming of the games, the programming that comes with the games, and the who's teaching who what's right, how this situation should be handled. Looking at them just instigating the situation, and these girls getting involved. Now, I know that you've said they've been involved in shootout.
This situation is these girls. This is the girls' fight. This is their situation. This is their thing. The guys are nothing more but pawns. These guys are nothing more but muscle, okay? You can have a woman, and she has mental control of a man just for the use of his muscles. These are dumb muscles. That's what they are. That's it.
So Blue and Mahogany weren't, like, in, because this is my thing. The last time I heard you live, and I might have missed something since then, you was talking about how you felt like Blue is jealous of Mahogany. I know y'all been saying in this live more details have come out. And, she was kind of...
They were in a relationship before, Blue and Mahogany.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. So with those details right there, just about how Blue, she supposedly had these feelings for Mahogany, but it's just like, and I'm not sympathizing for nobody. Everybody wrong, everybody going to jail, and I'm not about to plead for nobody to get released. It's some people that still need to be arrested, and I'm just gonna say that because I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea of what I'm just trying to dissect what I'm seeing. What I feel like happened at some point down the line, even if Blue was maybe jealous of Mahogany, there was some type of ultimatum made because somebody's family got touched from the details of the jumping before this event took place. And Blue was given some type of details on something of the situation. She's claiming, she tries to help whatever. I don't believe that to the fullest degree, but I do believe, though, she could have been under some sort of pressure to, like, not instigate, but just kind of like, it's not about, it's like, how somebody tried to say that they're staying neutral, but they're really picking a side by not helping the other person or not really helping the other person like they should.
I don't
like
get
they're
it because
going along
Blue
with what the other person's saying.
Blue set this whole thing up with the three-way call, so I don't get what you're trying to argue. You're trying to argue a case, and I'm not getting it.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing the case. I'm just investigating it with you.
But let me say this.
That's all I'm doing. All I'm saying.
This is bigger than groupthink. It's bigger than groupthink. Groupthink is a small concept in psychology and sociology. This is more like a pack mentality. When you got a bunch of wolves in a pack, they all tearing the meat up, right? And they don't know they're supposed to stop. That's where they was at.
That's exactly what groupthink is. That goes to the largest organizations. That goes all the way up into military. It's the reason why genocides could be committed across countries, and all the military will sit there and not say anything about it.
I'm talking about the hood mentality. They was in a pack mentality like a bunch of wild dogs. They wasn't thinking. They was just in it.
And you know that
the same
might
applies
be the
to
book
the hood,
term, but I'm not about to call
we learned
this
this from our oppressors, though. This the same applies to the hood, though. It's the same thing in the hood.
Sweetheart, I probably went out of college by the time you was born. But look, let me say this
thing. Let's not argue about the title, the name.
Oh, because I waited 40 minutes to get on this phone. I waited a long time, and I did not feel like.
Okay, go ahead and have your say. But I'm
not trying to talk just to be. I was trying to discuss this with y'all, but I don't feel like. I feel like there's a difference between listening to like communicate and listening to argue. I'm not trying to argue with nobody. I heard everybody's point of view, and I was trying to bring a different perspective in this. Just to consider, but I'm not here to argue with nobody, but for Mahogany. That's it. That's it. I'm not here to argue with nobody. I'm trying to get everybody claim they want to understand it for why Blue is not, if she was her friend, why she's not speaking up for her and why she's not this and why she's not that. And I'm just explaining even other people that may have known the situation that aren't coming forward, who might have seen something that maybe ain't even coming forward. I'm trying to get to that, and I'm trying to break that down, and then also the details of the case and what I think happened. But I'm not trying to argue with nobody, and I'm definitely not trying to bombard the whole show with, shut up and listen to me. So, maybe
Well,
this isn't the
what?
space for somebody like me, but I was putting out uh, the concept of social programming that's at play here, and why this is an issue in anyone's community, and why Mahogany went through this, and what we as a community need to start paying attention to, because there were signs, even for her mother, not holding her accountable. But there were signs for her, for Mahogany as a young adult in this community, for all of us. And this isn't something we should just think that we have to worry about in our community. We want to be able to identify it happening anywhere, because this could happen anywhere. You think about even just the black woman that went to that sleepover
916
and got killed.
916. How you doing? Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna let you go. 916, not you, Carol, but sometimes she can run all on and she don't give nobody chance to talk. And that can be seen as very
Apparently.
rude. I mean, she just go
Yeah, it was
on and
cool.
on and on, and she wants to come on with these teachings and what she learned from school. That's nice, but I'm not going to sit up
Well, it seems
here
like
and call it group
yeah.
thinking. I'm not going to title them
No.
group thinking, even though
Mm-mm.
that's what your book says. I'm not going to do it. And when I
Well,
say
yeah,
art,
because
hold on, Carol.
she's
Hold
coming
on,
to college.
Carol. Hold on, Carol. And when I talk about what's your argument, when I grew up going in debate class, we have to put up an argument. Basically, what is your position that goes against mine? Not saying we're going to sit up here and argue, but you hear people on different networks when we talk about argument is, okay, my argument is this. It's basically saying I disagree with your thought process and I have a different position I want to argue on. And argue, I guess it can be in different, perspective, but I wasn't talking about arguing like let's yell at each other. Pretty much, that
Right.
is your position that is different that you want to come and you want to attack this on that type of argument. But go ahead, Carol.
Mhm. Well, this is your show, and you have the last say, and somebody shouldn't be over talking you. So but when you talk about college stuff, people come in with these theories. We passed that. This is not what we're looking at. They'll analyze all that in the courtroom, and then they're going to have people come and do a psychoanalysis on all 8 of them, and they're going to have profiles. They probably have it already because they done talked to them psychologists and doctors and stuff since they got there. So that's not the issue. If you look at Blue, and Blue, like you said, set that girl up on that phone, and she was trying to make Mahogany see they don't like you, and it's that real immature going back and forth. But Mahogany went over there anyway because we cool. Now, did you hear somewhere in the last couple of days that somebody told Mahogany that if they was her, they would leave, and that she needed to leave and she didn't leave? Did you hear that anywhere?
I heard Blue told her to stay away from Tasia and don't go over there. That's the only thing I heard.
Now, there's supposed to be another young lady that was there who said that she circled back. She left, and she circled back and told Mahogany and another person that they should leave.
Well, who
But
is
I don't
that
remember who
person?
that was.
Because Blue
That-
didn't say
I have
anything
to go on
about
one of
that.
Veto live. Well, I have to go on one of Veto. I have to go back and review one of Veto's things. But yes, it was somebody that told her to leave, and she didn't. Ask anybody in your group, did they hear that
I heard the
in the
rumor,
chat?
but I think Blue
Okay.
cleared it up. I think Blue was saying that no, she was not there, and maybe Blue changed her story. Maybe Blue said that she was there, but now she says no. That the situation is this. I told her not to go back over there and just to leave them alone, and she didn't listen. Blue says she warned her. So I think people felt that Blue was there that night because that was the story I was told that Blue was there
Mm-hmm.
and she left early and she told Ariana and she told Mahogany both to leave that night, but they decided to stay. But
Okay, that was the
Blue
rumor.
says that's not true, and she just warned Mahogany to never mess with Tasia and leave that crew alone. She wanted Mahogany to leave the gang. She wanted her to deuce out the gang. Okay, that's what she wanted.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then she got over there and she was just all set up by herself. And so you think, because some people feel like she was being jumped into a gang. I don't see that. I don't see her being jumped into a gang as a part of what happened to her, because it wouldn't end in this unaliving. She just would have been jumped into a gang. So how did, you know what I mean? So this, I don't think that really
Well,
had anything.
when I said that part, a lot of gangs, vicious gangs, you do have to do some type of initiation. That's how all of them roll. And this game is trying to prove themselves to be deviant. This gang is want to be notorious and monstrous. So why wouldn't they make you do something horrible? That's what they about. In order to get out of gangs, usually you have to die. So this is what happened to
Hmm.
her. So that's why I can see
Okay,
the
so
connection.
oh, with that part to get out of it, you would have to, yeah, yeah. Um,
Hmm.
so what about somebody else being jumped in at the time, like the young boy, and then him having to participate in the way that he did? I can see that. I can get behind that scenario.
Yeah, because
Also,
if it's a dangerous gang, you cannot just be partaking it just because. You have to prove yourself. You have to sacrifice. Just like they say in Hollywood, you have to sacrifice something. So you're gonna have to sell your soul or sacrifice something. And being a part of a crime and doing horrible shit, that can be a part of a sacrifice.
right, right, okay. Well, we're gonna learn a lot more as the time goes on, and it's just gonna unfold, and then it becomes clear what happened to her and some of the whys.
Yeah. Stay right
Blue said
there.
they got both her phones.
Stay right there. We got
Hmm?
another caller. Two
Okay,
one
okay.
five. You're live on the air. What are your thoughts?
Hey, you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I got a couple things. I done wrote my little notes down. So the part where they was talking about how they felt like Mahogany mom was involved, basically from what I've been hearing for the last couple of days, like doing my own little research on this, they said that her mom was picking someone, a family member, up at the airport, and that's why she wasn't able to like get back to her as quickly as she, should have. So
Right.
I don't think it was like more of a thing of stalling out. I believe that she, I do believe that she was probably picking up a family member, and just couldn't get, on the line. Second, I wanted to speak on the Blue and Veto situation, where she was saying that she felt like Veto was going to take her life or whatever, and then I think you said something along the lines of she was saying that her and Veto was cool. Now, from what I listened to earlier, I listened to a conversation between Veto and Blue earlier. And the way he was sounding like he was gonna kill that girl. Like he got a problem with her and like they not cool or whatever like that. And how I see it, I feel like Blue set Mahogany up. Period. You get what I'm saying? From what I hear, like you said, they was together on Valentine's Day. They probably was in a situation where they wasn't dealing with, the crew like that. And when she saw, like, okay, Mahogany hanging with them or however she felt like she was two-faced, she probably set her up. You get what I'm saying? And I just feel like Blue played a bigger part in this than she's letting on. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's trying to act
Yes.
innocent. Even if y'all see the video of her turning herself in, that whole little show she put on or whatever like that, I feel like it's just a bunch of BS or whatever. And it just touched. I'm in Philly, so I'm nowhere near this. I just been following this for the last couple of days because it really touched my heart. And I just feel like Blue, she's gonna go down. And from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, I feel like they're gonna get Blue. Blue, the way Veto was sounding on that live earlier when they was going back and forth, he sounded like, he was saying, "B, where you at? Drop your location," and all this stuff that I, was hearing him saying. He sounded like very upset. But another thing that I wanted to touch on, now y'all know how y'all said that Blue, they were supposed to set Blue up and kill her, and Mahogany warned her. Blue was saying on the live that happened 2 years ago. So I find it really hard to believe that they waited 2 years later to get Mahogany. Blue said that when Mahogany told her, she called them immediately and asked them, like, y'all supposed to X, Y, and Z, or what's being said, or all that good stuff. And she said she never mentioned Mahogany's name. So, I don't know how true it is, because from what I'm hearing, Blue's a
That's a
liar.
lie. That sounds like a damn lie.
Yeah, that's what she said on the live when she was going back and forth with the girl. That's what she said. She said that if it was a Friday that Mahogany told her, Saturday she, hit them up like, But I feel like ultimately Blue felt betrayed by Mahogany. I feel like she really probably liked Mahogany. Like, come on, y'all spending Valentine's Day together. Like,
right.
Something was going on, And, yeah, and then that's pretty much, let me look at my little notes, make sure I went over everything that I had to say before I get off here, because I don't want to,
Yeah, check your notes. Go ahead.
And then, okay, another thing is, from what I heard on the live, they were saying that Teja and Mahogany had, like, an ongoing, like, beef. Like, years of, like, just beefing and being cool, So, I don't know. They were saying that Mahogany was supposed to set up Tasia, and then they flipped the script on her or whatever like that. But, this is all coming from Blue, and, who knows who's lying or whatever like that. I just hope that everybody suffer consequences for this, because it was horrific. The whole essay situation, with the dudes, I feel like it was just a moment of opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I feel like maybe the initial plan was to just jump her and, beat her up or whatever like that. And I feel like once they felt like they took it too far, I feel like that's when they decided to take her life. I don't feel like it was a matter of them going through her phone and seeing that she contacted people and stuff like that. I feel like, think about it. If y'all gonna kidnap somebody and y'all got somebody hostage, y'all not gonna let them get to their phone. You get what I'm saying? They're not gonna let them get to their phone. It's like, we got you. We about to beat you up. We about to do X, Y, and Z. We're not going to give you an opportunity to get to your phone and call people and text people. You get what I'm saying? And, yeah. Like, I just ultimately feel like the plan was to beat her up. And I feel like the dudes was on some sick, nasty madness. And they took an opportunity to SA her. And then once they realized they took it too far, that's when they shot her. So, yeah, that's all I had to really say. Yeah, and just put my little.
Well, I think you did. I'm glad you called, and I would love for you to call more often. Carol, what are your thoughts about that?
I agree with everything this young lady just said. Everything. Because I just didn't initially believe that they set out to do the unalive, and I think it escalated to that point, and then there was no turning back. We done too much. We done went crazy up in here. Look what we did. We got to do something. Because usually when somebody do that, it's because they want to silence you. From what, you know what I mean? They need you not to be able to talk. But they were so dumb to the point to where they filmed it. Who does that?
Exactly.
Right?
And then
you film something and you think you're going to get away with it, even if you do. So that's why she said she left at 2 a.m. to try to make it look like she left there and something happened to her when she left. Somebody got a hold to her, and that's why, you know what I mean? So that's why that was her alibi, like she left, and then we don't know what happened after that. No. Y'all escalated. It went too far. It was supposed to be just a bang, bang or whatever, and then all of this jumped off, and it just got bad. It went bad. So I kind of, like, agree with that. That's a nice analogy or theory.
What do you guys think about all the members that saw this video but haven't spoke out? Because they said during the time where Mahogany was getting the essay and all this, they were sending the videos out to the group, asking anybody, do they want to partake?
Sick, just sick, just being like you said earlier, Gigi. You were saying like they just freaky. You know what I'm saying? They just extra sexualized. Just being freaky. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. From what I heard, it was saying that like a lot of them they like Mahogany and X, Y, and Z, and a couple of them wanted her or whatever. I just feel like it was just a opportunity. They just was being nasty, and
I hope they. Well, that's some nasty crap. But when I first thought about it, I didn't think about it like that, like freaky. I thought about it like wanted to take. Well, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just naive because I'm like, why? How could you get turned on by that? That they ain't nothing to get turned on about. But I'm not dealing with regular people. But
You're not.
yeah. Mm.
And I also agree with y'all. I don't know what was y'all take on this about the text message and when it was sent out and who sent it out.
Right.
I believe that 18-year-old boy probably somebody felt bad. Somebody felt bad. Somebody it was wearing on somebody. You get what I'm saying? And they sent that text message out trying to probably I don't know, stop it or try to I don't know. And they said don't call. Now that's the part that stood out to me. The don't call part. Yeah, they probably didn't want nobody calling the phone saying, oh, who texted his phone or you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just a whole lot of
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yes.
That makes
a whole lot of madness.
It makes sense. I agree with y'all. It makes sense.
Yep.
Mhm.
So I feel like
they
it was
always want to alert them. Somebody felt sad for her and decided to try to reach for help. And that text message went out because she probably most likely didn't have that phone, but according to Blue, she was still amongst us at the time. So she said they held her
girl
for
Blue.
24 hours.
From what I've been seeing about her and what I've been, hearing from her, she trifling. She trifling.
Well, you ladies stay right there. I got another call. Calling from 301. You're live on the air.
Okay, I said I was going to call back when I got the article where it mentioned that the chief declined to mention the motive and other details due to the fact they could harm the investigation and Jackson's family. Okay, the website from that is http colon the 2// abc3340.com. And the title of the article, it says, absolutely disgusting, 7 arrests made in connection to the murder of Mahogany Jackson. This is after they arrested these 7 suspects. The chief declined to mention the motive and the other details due to the fact they could harm the investigation and Jackson's family. And he also stated, we don't believe this is a random act. Mahogany was targeted, and we will put more out when those formal arrest warrants are obtained. But these suspects have already been arrested. So that's what the chief of police is saying right there. And he also stated a motive is still unclear. So my thing is, with these 7 suspects, if Blue set you up, why didn't you tell the police she set y'all up? Like, why come nobody, if your life is on the line to go to jail for life for murder, why come no one is snitching on Blue? One of Blue didn't have anything to do with this. I'm just saying, for example, one of you just think outside the box and you took Blue out the scenario. What else could be the other possible reason why this could have went down? Because I'm telling you, if you were facing going to jail and Blue had something to do with you being there, why would you not snitch on her?
Well, a lot of people don't do that. They just call
you have
themselves,
nothing to lose if you're facing 30 years to life.
Well, they probably think they can beat it. Until they get really up against it, they probably think they can. They gonna talk. They gonna talk.
But what I'm saying in the beginning, it went from going to a sleepover a friend's house, being set up from tax return money, then her mother giving her money, now to they don't want to mention the motive. Read the articles right there. I didn't make it up.
The police
don't want to release the motive due to the fact that it could harm the investigation and her family.
Right.
It says Jackson's family, Mahogany's family.
Right, but it also mess up the case. Police ain't
okay, so how could the investigation? But I'm saying if they released the motive, how could it affect Mahogany family?
Because you got jurors out there that'll be swayed. They got to hear that once they go to trial.
Yeah.
What the motive was. That's what the DA has to present. He has to present a case that the people is going to believe, and then the defense attorneys get to counter that. But the public can't try
They're not
them.
going to tell the public everything. They're never going to do that.
Okay, let me just ask you this last question, and that's it. Then why did they release all the details about what happened to her?
Because it was
that
already
doesn't make
out.
sense either, because usually they don't do that.
Already out. The streets got
but the
more
police didn't have to
information.
confirm it, though.
The streets got more information than the damn police. The police need the streets.
Okay, well, check out that article. Okay. And after you read the article, then I just want to hear your thoughts on that.
Okay.
I'll call back in. But the police are saying themselves that they don't want to release the motive. So the police know. And that's why they released Blue. Because Blue didn't have anything to do with this. It's something else. Because they would have kept Blue.
No, Blue wasn't there.
I mean, why would they release her?
Okay.
They would have kept her in jail.
All right, thank you.
They probably released her because they don't got enough evidence right now to convict her. Or
that could have been Blue friend right there. How about that?
It kind of sounds like it, don't it? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That sounds like Blue representative. Because they already told Blue don't be getting on that goddamn call no more. That was Blue representative.
She keep on talking like she might didn't have nothing to do with it. She sounds like she might be talking for her. Come on now.
Yeah, we talking about a victim, Mahogany. Yeah, she going hard for Blue.
Listen, girl, bye. She fall back in and everything, honey.
Because see, the police is not gonna release no motive in no murder trial. What kind of police she doing? If she ever, I mean, that you don't do that. But she certainly did say she might didn't have nothing to do. Well, she didn't have nothing to do with that crime. We're not saying that because they released her because she wasn't present. But they still watching her. They still looking at her very closely. They got her tied in. Yeah, they looking. And then the 8 people ain't gonna get in there and just go, well, Blue set us up. That ain't how you do court. I mean, where's she from? They
yeah, like
tell about. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like they would have gave Blue her phones back. Even that in itself just says they're not done with her. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have gave her phones and said, okay, you clear. But she said earlier that they still have her phones. So they're still digging through you. They're still investigating her. And once they figure out how Blue is connected, it's over for her. But also, the live that I was watching earlier, Blue was actually like on the live listening. I guess she know the guy who was hosting the live and texted him like, oh, you lying, X, Y, and Z. So she be listening to these lives. She be on it. So now I'm saying you right. That's why we was one of her little representatives, and she trying hard to convince people that she doesn't have anything to do with it. But if you didn't have anything to do with it, why you keep talking? Why you on all these lives? Why you? I don't know.
Right. That's 100. Because Veto asked her, why you put yourself in it if you ain't in it? So we don't even know you exist until you exist. So you one jumped on there talking about come arrest me and all that. I ain't had nothing to do with it. But that what?
That was
weird. Yeah,
I was at work watching that. I'm like, hold on, let me step to the side and look at this because I've been literally just like put her hands up. I just feel like it was just a moment. Like she just trying to I think she want attention from this. She want clout from this, and I feel like she's also biting herself with this. You get what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, well, her name gonna be brought up in it. Her name is brought up in it somewhere, so that's what she does know. And she just don't know at what level. So then she gonna turn herself in because she knows she wasn't there. She has an alibi that she was not present on scene, but that's why they let her go. But she was watching all of this.
Do y'all think that? But do y'all think that okay, so let's say. He did kind of text them and tell them, oh, Mahogany saying this or Mahogany saying that, or let's say she didn't kind of orchestrate it, but she instigated it. Do y'all feel like she would still get charged for that?
No, I don't see no crime. Well, you instigated, but you can't make nobody do nothing unless they try to give her like a Manson case. You the one told her to do it. But no, she so I don't know. I don't know how far that rap will go. I don't know how deep it goes.
Yeah, I think
It's
it
gonna
was
come out.
instigating. But is it a crime? I don't know about the legal system, so I can't say that. But I definitely feel like she did instigate, and she do know that these mad dogs are going to do it. To me, it's somewhat like a case where you come over my house, right? And I put some meat around your neck, and I have these killer dogs. And I know once I put this meat around your neck, they're going to kill your ass, okay? But I
Mhm.
didn't kill you, though. I didn't do shit. What
Right,
did I do?
right,
I didn't do nothing,
right.
y'all.
Mhm.
Listen, I promise y'all, I ain't do nothing. Them dogs did that. I didn't do nothing. I
Right.
think y'all should take them dogs down. Them some wild ass dogs. I ain't do nothing, y'all. I promise y'all, I ain't do nothing. I don't got nothing to do with this shit. I promise y'all.
Yeah.
Prove it. If I did it, prove it
Right.
then. Prove it. What
That's
proof
what she
you
said.
got on me?
Yeah.
What proof?
I wasn't even there. I know where I was at. Shoot, yeah, that's what she said.
Full
That girl
point.
off the hook.
She probably felt some type of way because from what I was hearing on the live earlier, they were saying, now I don't particularly agree with this one, but they were saying that Blue really liked Mahogany, like had like feelings for her, and they were saying that Mahogany wasn't really feeling her like that, like she wasn't trying to like get down with her like that. But I feel like if Mahogany spent Valentine's Day with her, then maybe she probably was just a little, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I feel like,
But look at Blue though. Blue hard to be. I don't know. I think like was that you that said some of them dudes might have been trying to get on her anyway? She might have been shooting them down so they took an opportunity. Yeah, that might have happened too. That could have happened too. She was
because
to
take it as far as essaying somebody, like if you gonna jump her or y'all gonna get your licking, cool. But to take it as far as to take her to a whole nother location, you know, when in the video where he said, put her in the trunk. I think that's when the sick start kicking in. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when they.
Yeah.
That's when I feel like they like, all right, we gonna take advantage of this moment. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get her. You know what I'm saying? And then when they realized they took it too far, I think I heard somebody saying that one of the dudes was like, "Oh, I'm not going to jail for this," and that's why they, you know, off her or whatever like that. But I don't know because think about it, street code or not. You know what I'm saying? Whether Mahogany was in the gang life or not, you kidnapped me, you beat me, you put me in the street, strip me down, and then sodomize and essay me. I'm going to the law. You get what I'm saying? Y'all gonna pay. Somebody gonna pay. You know?
To be quiet. Yeah, that's the shut up move. Yeah.
And they felt like we didn't really took this too far. We didn't took it too far. So, you know, I don't know. And they all look terrible in them jumpsuits. They all look ridiculous. Like I don't even want to get into that.
They all got whooped on down there. He said the county, they jumped on them all down there, and they in protective custody. Yeah.
Yep.
They jumped on them. Yeah. And so,
like as women, how do y'all sit here and watch dudes do that to another girl? Like
that's
I couldn't do that to my worst enemy.
Yeah, I was cooking on that part too. I said, y'all, that's why I said they had a pack mentality. You know, if you got a bunch of wolves or wild African dogs, they not thinking, they just doing what they mentality was toe up. They was gone. They was already gone. They was gone.
Well, I think you gotta realize too, all women do not sympathize with other women. All women don't feel the same how you feel about women. You do yourself a disservice if you feel like all women around the world is protecting women and want the best for women and have the best interest for women. I got news for you, they don't.
Right. That's so sad too. That right there is heartbreaking.
And,
That is
and
crazy.
some of your black people don't either. Okay, some of your black people don't got the best interest for your ass either.
Yep. Yeah, this was all bad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
And the girl with the purple wig on, I guess that's Ariana. I'm still trying to understand her role in it.
You said the purple wig.
Yeah, I guess in the video, you know how she had the purple wig on and she was in her face, Ariana.
Right.
So
Ariana was on the phone with Blue. She and Blue was on the phone. Blue had her on the phone listening to Mahogany tell her that whole group was trying to set her up and kill her. So Ariana went back and told that to Teja, which is who she's supposed to be going with.
But that's confusing because when I heard Blue on the live talking to Veto earlier, or whenever this live took place, she said that happened 2 years ago.
Right. She say that, but people ain't believing it because that's what Ariana asked her she's like, you was on the phone. She said, well, who told you this? And she said, you were on the phone, so it had to be more recent than that.
Yeah, it's because recent. They would have confronted her 2 years ago then.
Right.
This was recent.
They
Blue just got finished coming around these people. This shit is recent. Blue is a liar.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, she making a timeline as she go, but yeah, it's just weird behavior. It's all. I mean, look at that. It's all around some he say, she say. What somebody it is deeper than that. Somebody was on your line talking earlier. The lady that called in, she said it got to be something else behind it. With some of the other stuff, something being hidden or whatever. I can believe that, but we won't know until that courtroom because they can't open that up. Billy wilding out there. What y'all got going on? Wilding.
Well,
it's wild.
When it comes to these type of individuals, it don't take much for them to take you out. I'm sorry to tell y'all. If you look at their ass wrong, they might take it out if they having a fucked up day. Okay, so that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, you gotta do better community.
Yeah, they don't gotta have a reason.
Yep.
Well, that's
and then they were saying something about jealousy because out of all of them, Mahogany seemed like she the only one that really looked like something. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them,
she was beautiful. Out. Yeah, very pretty girl.
Yeah,
she was gorgeous. The rest of them, hair ain't combed. I don't know what that was. Like, well, why your hair like this? On y'all was at a party? Because they these mugshots that they. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, what is this?
I'm like, yes, Mahogany seemed like she was the only one that like looked like something that she, you know, had a little stuff together. You know, the rest of them they looked like they was on drugs or something.
Well, the sad part
I guess
is the kids they leave behind because all of them leaving kids behind.
Yeah, I heard they all got kids. Who is that one on your screen at the top? The one at the very top. What's her name?
Giovanni.
What did she have to do with it?
Giovanni. She was supposed to be
Giovanni.
cousins
I don't know much
Teja
about her.
And Ariana. Huh?
So was she just there? I don't hear much about her.
Well, she's not a main character, but she was putting paws on Mahogany. And she essayed Mahogany.
She got an assault charge. That's right. She got an assault.
What?
See, because some of them got a felony murder with assault. Some of the women got an essay too now.
Okay, see, that's new to me.
Yeah, on the charges. I think 2 of the women had an essay on the charge. It ain't just the men. Because that's why I was looking at it, like, what was they got had going? But yeah, so, and then she got an assault because remember somebody hit her with a gun? That's Giovanni. Yeah.
Like, what would enrage y'all to this degree? Like I didn't, been in scraps and fights and, we scrap it out and we go our different ways, but to get so enraged to the point where you do this, it's some mental illness going on. It's definitely some mental illness going on.
Well, I think a caller earlier came up here and she was trying to tell the group thinking, and she was saying that it happens all across the board. And that's how you get into, like, I guess, like KK and you know what else? in different groups. They think one mind, one set, and they do horrible things. And they follow the pack leader. So it happens more often than you think, and it's just not in the black community. It's across the board.
Mhm. But I think they took this to a different level because I'm out Cali too, and they got a lot of gangs out here. Gang members, they might not hitters might knock something down, but they not. This got crazy. Like you're filming it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What gang member films himself doing this? It's like, what is going on here? This is something out in a little small group of 30 people watching. Like you're watching it live. Like all 30 of them people, it's got some guilt in this because you watching it.
They're very prideful. They took pride in what they did.
And they don't look like they felt bad. Like from these mugshots, like I don't know if this is a front, but earlier y'all was saying that Blue. That's why I feel like Blue got something to do with it too, because you ain't showing no sympathy. You not like throwing like, okay, you sitting up there talking about Mahogany wasn't innocent. She's passed now. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't seem like she feel bad at all. Like nothing. So. That girl can come on here and preach and say Blue ain't got nothing to do with it all she wants. But, yeah.
Yeah, that was her friend. But look at when they arrested Tasia, she told some dude was saying something to her, and she turned around and said, "Yo, mama." She didn't look like she was even worried about She looked like she's slow, though. She about to be on the spectrum. I ain't saying that in the negative, about nobody on the spectrum, but something's wrong with her. Because she was like, "Mama." She did say that. And it was like, what? He said, that's all you can say? And they don't look remorseful in court or nothing. Nope. I know y'all didn't think y'all was going to be no bail.
Well, it seems like a belief system and like a religion almost. If you have faith and you have a belief, then that's just what it is. Just like the people that came over and they did that to 9/11, I don't think they felt bad either because they felt that in their belief, their religion, they did what was right. And I think in a lot of gangs are just like religion. They have different beliefs. They got different values, different morals, and that's how they go. That's their lifestyle.
A life don't mean nothing to them. It's sad.
It can't. It can't. It can't.
How did you think you was going to get away with it? I don't understand that part.
Well, they were about to get away with it. How about that part?
They didn't have that text, huh?
Until that boy texted. I'm sure they real mad at that 18-year-old that text.
Yeah, he did. I think he did.
But honestly,
they
probably did a lot of worse shit than this and got away with it.
Yeah, this seems like something they got more about. Right, I heard they do. That's a Satan kid. Somebody was calling them children of the corn. I said, "Well, I can't with y'all." But yeah, Satan got in them. They weren't coming back out of that. And then they said, "Well, we gotta silence her."
Sad. 40%.
And her mother has her daughter, and she said she just got to raise her the best she can. She said on the line, she's like, this is just, her daughter loved her. Her daughter been asking about her mother. Whew.
Oh, that's sad. It's traumatizing. It's traumatizing. They didn't think about her child. And then it's like, y'all used to be friends with her. Y'all couldn't spare her not one. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all could have, whoever had the beef with her, y'all could have fought her. Y'all could have, and they just sat there. And I feel like the dudes had a lot of influence in it, too. You get what I'm saying? Like we said, that sick, freaky stuff, they had a lot of influence in it. And who knows? But
I disagree.
Yeah, because they just took an opportunity being sick, right?
I disagree. I
Mhm.
think the girls was the one that pushed it on. I remember
Okay.
where it was a time in a video where there was like, okay, it's enough. And Ariana pressed the issue. No, no, no.
Did she?
Yeah, she pressed the issue on the video, I
Huh?
believe. One of those videos, she was pressing the issue that she wanted her to get some more. And
Mm.
after all, these girls were the ones that were upset with Mahogany. They were passionate about her, not the guys.
They were, because one time you slept with my baby daddy. He been dead for 2 years. What does that have to do with anything? What are you talking about? She hasn't said that. I think that's Ariana, one of them. It's
And Blue was the
crazy.
one that went back and told the girl that she slept with her baby dad.
Well, I don't know who told her that, but she found out about it. But no, Blue was the one that told Tasia that, Blue and Ariana is the one told Tasia that Mahogany said that that group was trying to kill Blue and set her up to rob her.
Mm.
See? And then, so that's why she asked her, who told you this? She said, let nobody tell me you was on the phone. That let her know that she was set up. You heard me saying it. Right. She was trying to help Blue. She was telling Blue ahead of time what was happening to her.
That's how you know Blue, she ain't got no conscience. Like she said earlier. She ain't got no conscience. She don't got no type of morals, no type of conscience. For her to sit there and look out for you and you to just flip that on her like that, that's cruel. That's low. That's low. Like to sit and think like, dang, this girl really looked out for me and helped me not get set up and shot or whatever like that. You know, let me return the favor, but I feel like she set it up.
Right. She should have been the one. Well, I know Sweet was saying earlier that she wanted Mahogany to see that she was her only really loyal friend, something like that. Some kind of twisted love thing.
Now, did y'all hear the
She
part
didn't
where
want
she said a
Mahogany.
mental relationship or something like that?
Yeah.
She
Something like a mental relationship. I'm like,
yeah, she said. Well, that means
mm,
you liked her and she didn't like you back. Just say that.
yeah. You wanted her. She didn't want you back.
But she would befriend you and play around with you, go out with you, but she wasn't. Because, she happened to say with her sick self, she talking about Saia is the only one I, mess with sexually. She said Saia was the only one she messed with sexually. Saia McCall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the other caller dropped, the phone call dropped. I don't know what happened. But Carol, I'm going to end the show
Yeah.
now. Carol, I just want to say thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. That 215 Philly out there, wow, she's really sharp. I appreciate that insight and information. Everybody on here, we just got to see how it unfolds. We got to see how it unfold when we get to that courthouse and be watching it on that court TV because they're going to let a lot of it out. And it's going to all show what's what. But anyway, you have a blessed night and take care of your mouth. Yeah.
I'm going to try to, girl. Okay.
God bless you. Have a good night. Bye.
All right, you guys. Well, I just want to say thank y'all so much. Y'all know my mouth hurting, right? Ooh, this goddamn mouth. Oh my goodness. So I tried my best and I did. All right, so I will be on hopefully in another day or two, or maybe tomorrow if my mouth get better. I love you guys. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next go round. All right, DJ.